Welcome to Skarn. This is a land that has been built up, fought over, raised, and built up again numerous times across the ages. The peoples are hardy and tough, the land unforgiving and harsh, and the deities gone from the world. After the Divine War, the divine races and the redeemed had a truce, but that time has run up, and the shorter-lived races view the Divine War as but a distant memory. Skarn is changing, and along with it, our heroes. I bid thee greetings, redeemed and divine races, Titan spawn and ancient ones. I am Patrick, known on the Beaks of Birds as PattyShakes_, and I am the game master for this story. This is session 10 of Dracogenesis, Titan's Lament, taking place in Scarred Lands, a setting published by Onyx Path Publishing. This is an awesome adventure brought to you by Vorpal Tales. It is Vorpal Tales Anniversary Week. Follow us and Onyx Path on Twitch, be active in the chat, and you have a chance to win prizes. We're going to draw 3 prizes, a grand prize winner that will get a Scion 2nd edition bundle, and then 2 runners-up that will be able to get a Story Path core book of their choosing from Scion, Trinity Continuum, the They Came series, or Dystopia Rising. The drawing is tonight, and we'll do a runner-up drawing before our break, a runner-up drawing when we get back from break, and we'll draw our grand prize winner at the end. You can find Vorpal Tales on lots of places on the internet. We are on Twitch right here, right now. Consider giving us a follow or subscribing to us. Check out all of our social medias at Vorpal Tales, where you can get updates about the cast and our goings-ons. A website, vorpaltales.com, where you can get links to our affiliates and see our up-to-date calendars. A Patreon, where if you feel so inclined, you can toss a coin to us in order to make more, better, and Vorpal Talier content. Not only is Vorpal Tales a great role-playing group, we are writers as well. Check us out on Drive-Thru-RPG and DM's Guild for great additions to your tabletop games to add a spice of Vorpalianness. Yes.
Vorpalianness.
Yep. Perfect.
Does that term originate from the Vorpaliani Wars?
Yes. Yes. That was fought over in Vorpolany, which is close to somewhere in Italy.
I thought it was Vorpalini.
I've heard it both ways.
That is the Eastern dialect, yes.
Yes. I'd like to thank Onyx Path Publishing for making an incredible world and setting to use to amaze and delight. I'd like to also thank Astral Tabletop for being our virtual tabletop and platform for our players to roll their dice. I'd like to thank N8Mid for the fantastic character sheet he created specifically for this game. A thank you goes to Vincept, a wonderful YouTube channel that has amazing music to set your adventure to, and it's the music that our players listen to while they're trapezing through the world of Skarn. Additionally, Vorpal Tales has some fantastic sponsors we'd love to tell you about. First is QUEmpire.com, a small company making original dice and products for your favorite RPGs and card games. Use code VorpalTales for 10% off. Next is Hit Point Press, known for their various reference cards, but also for creating the Humblewood and Heckna campaign settings. Visit VorpalTales.com, click our affiliate link, and anything you purchase, a part of the proceeds go to the show. And lastly, but not leastly, is Gemhammer & Sons, an RPG supplement store that has everything from Decks of Wonder to Decks of Illusion to dice. Once again, code Vorpal Tales will get you 10% off. And now, dear viewers, meet our intrepid adventurers who look to explore, spelunk, socialize, and bring their influence onto the world of Skarn. Please state your name, where people can find you on the internet, and who you will be playing tonight.
Hello, Internet. I am Dwayne at Made of Kimchi on the Internet, and tonight I will be playing Artificer Sousa alongside Brillo.
Hey everybody, my dog might bark, we'll find out. But I am Ever, and my pronouns are they, them. You can find me all over the internet as Changeling Ever, and tonight I shall be playing Yanae, who is seeking what their pronouns might be, but definitely don't call them a girl.
Hello everybody, I am Steve, all over the internet at Voodoo Arcade, and tonight I am playing Lamalthoon, who is currently mad at a wizard named Logitech for failing their scrying spell.
Just
Not
quite
really,
the
Logitech.
powerful
We love
piece.
you.
No,
If you want to sponsor us,
please-
please do, because we
please-
love you, Logitech. We
please
all
spon-
use Logitech webcams.
Please sponsor us. Logitech, this is the first problem I've ever had with my Logitech cam, and I fixed it in about 3 minutes, but it was just the worst timing. So
It's not even that big a problem, Logitech. We love you
we
so
love it.
much.
It's been great.
Just
but
give us free things too, please. We say good things, you give us free things. This is how this works. This is a transaction. This is a social contract. Thank you.
But yeah, again, you can find me on the internet, Voodoo Arcade. Tonight I'm playing Lament, who is a fighter and a wizard. Is a war wizard now. Fighter war wizard. Pretty rad. Also, he may...
It's
really
all coming together now.
he may really
Wizard.
like plants in a recreational way now.
Whatever you say, Gandalf. Well, I am Devin. You can find me online at Sword of Sullied, and tonight I am playing Paladin Gar, who does not have any form of addiction problems whatsoever.
I am a third person who is unironically doesn't have any addiction problems at all. And I will be playing Vadrak. And yeah, he's going to be our shaman sorcerer.
Alrighty. Thank you, adventurers. Now, before we forget ourselves and escape for a little while into a realm of sword and sorcery, here in the world today, many people are struggling with very real matters and combating their own monsters. March is a time to think about brain injury awareness, including concussions and TBI. Kidneys and getting them checked as they filter 200 liters of blood a day. Did you know that, Dwayne? 200 liters of blood a day?
I did know that.
Yeah, that seems pretty important. You should probably get those checked out. You know, make sure they're working correctly, and go see a doctor to make sure everything is normal. But most importantly, it is Women's History Month. We remember the numerous women who have shaped the course of history, politics, art, and culture. The very important Black Lives Matter movement is also still going on. We ask that you educate yourselves about topics you may be ignorant to, and work with your fellow humans to better the world. To everyone out there who struggles to see the light at the end of the tunnel, I offer you the following quote from Rosa Parks. There were times when it had been easy to fall apart, or to go in the opposite direction. But somehow I felt that if I took one more step, someone would come along to join me. Know that you are not alone. Good attracts good, light leads to more light. And on that note, before you gaze into the light that our adventurers have brought into the world, allow our paladin to remind you what they have already overcome and conquered.
Last week, the group determined the best way to deal with our newfound knowledge on our perpetrator. Splitting up into two groups, Gar goes to meet Horst, while the remainder visits the library. Gar finds Horst in a command post in his section of the city, and surprises the desk officer with actually getting Horst to come out with only his name. Gar explains the situation to Horst and receives a bit of very blunt and honest details from him about the issues that the city has been having with the sewers. He explains that the sewers have been the basis of many deaths recently, so they've been blocked up to reduce the number. Gar agrees that they will help, but with one main condition. He asks that the badges that they have finally get some meaning. So Horst pulls out 5 guard cloaks with the city guard's emblem on it, and tells him that whatever happens, it's on Gar. Just before Gar leaves, he's informed that the Scaled would be a good contact for learning more about the sewers. The others enter the library in an attempt to find out about the sewers themselves, and find a temple of paperwork, where all of the maps they ask for require many, many forms to be filled. Lamalthun begins by making the librarian dislike them, and Sousa ends up snapping about all of the forms and threatens the librarian to the point where they actually give up on making us follow through with the forms, and brings back the right book, turns around, and tells us we have 5 minutes. Afterwards, we discuss the meetup with the Scaled, or if we just want to go to the sewers without their help. Deciding to get their help, the Malthun goes to the market to ferret out that Ganju elf. After an hour of browsing random foods for their flavor, he asks Metalhead Miles what metal tastes like. Realizes it's gone quite far enough. It's about this time that the Ganju elf Wandali meets the Malthun, who takes his attention for the time being while we as a group converge. After seeing all of us on him, he's unperturbed, and Yene notices that all the other eyes that are watching us. Realizing we cannot take him, we speak plainly and he offers a way into the sewers. That all we have to do is a simple favor for the Scaled, to get a prisoner out of jail, which Horst has put them into. one little jailbreak, and we'd be able to meet the scaled leader and find our way through. After much discussion on what to do, the group decides to go to the old magic shop by an old Slytherin named Bop, where we purchase some things that we deem possible for the mission. Just in case our initial plan fails. Malthun gets himself a spellbook, while Gar gets a whistle of name shouting and a communications gem, which only allows you to speak primordial into it. After all this prep work for in case Horst says no, we find out it was completely unwarranted, as Horst laughed upon us finding out that we were tasked to find Marguerite, which is really just a scaled city guard training exercise. He tells Gar that you cannot just give them Marguerite, but if they cannot beat up the guards, then they have no place going into the sewers to begin with. He does at least tell us where to find this location to save Marguerite. When we arrive, Lamalthun tries to use his guard cloak to just walk past the guards, but they knew better than to change when it wasn't normal shift change. And Gar casts sleep upon them, barely not getting both of them. As the second guard tries to snap himself awake, Lamalthun reminds him while brandishing his weapon. He did in fact fall asleep. And he does. We open the door to find more guards inside, and curtains close on that week.
All right. Thank you very much, Paladin Gar. Very, very succinct and accurate recap. Excuse me. So yes, lovely group of adventurers. You ended with Lamalthun throwing open the door and you seeing a large table with about 5 or 6 guards around it, all playing cards. There's that moment where Lamalthun, you stare at them, they stare at you, you stare at them. And there's that jump to action where they all pull out their swords and, grab for shields, and one of them flips the table over and creates cover with it. And you all stampede inside, and there's great clanging of metal on metal, spells blasting off. It looks like it takes less effort than you would think to actually subdue these guards, as some of them seem to go down with fatal injuries. But you see them just close their eyes and, squint through them and see if you guys have moved on yet or not. It seems that one of the guards is a particularly ambitious actor and portrays a long death scene where he holds his own sword inside of his gut and moans about and walks and stumbles into things. Oh, they got me! Oh God, I held them off, but they were too strong. Too many of them. Corian, I look to join your light. And then falls over dead.
Where Lamalthun just says, "This is where you fall down now."
Pretty much.
He gets a slow hand clap from Vadra.
There's the scene where you guys are running up the spiral staircase that goes further and further up the tower, and each of you clash swords with another guard and, fight a slip in their defense, and, the equivalent of a fencing touche, you tap the guard and they will fall down and, they got me! One even rolls down the stairs. He seems to regret it about halfway down his roll, but he commits to the piece and continues rolling down the stairs.
Keep that man in the stunt workers union.
I hope you have insurance.
You continue moving up. There's the moment where one of Sousa's scimitars clangs against the shield, and they push it up, and it hits the guard in the face, and he starts bleeding from the lip, and just goes, "Ow! That's not how this is supposed to go down. Ow! That actually hurt." And he just sits on the step. And he's just like, "All right, you guys keep going." You keep going up and up the spiral staircase until eventually there's the top and one door. You open the door. It's a sparse room. All that's inside of it is a chair with a figure sitting in it, and in front of that chair, the largest guard. And you realize it's Pieter. He's joined the guard, maybe as an honorary member, maybe solely for this purpose of, for this specific task. But he turns around with a large sledgehammer, and he charges at you But the 6 of you quickly encircle him, poking and prodding, casting spells and mystifying him until finally he goes down in a blaze of glory, and you are able to get to the chair. The back facing you. You all slowly move around, and tied down into the chair is Marguerite. You can tell it's Marguerite as the word Marguerite is carved into the wooden body of the dummy.
I fucking hate you.
I love it. I love it.
Okay, you guys are at the top of the tower with Marguerite.
Can I throw this off the tower? Does that count?
That's
because then
what
we'd kill
Seuss
it.
is thinking.
Pieter kind of whispers from the floor, "You're supposed to untie it and take it back with you."
Quiet, you.
I'm dead.
You are dead.
Gar is going to untie the prisoner,
Marguerite.
Marguerite. In case Gar gets confused, he'll look back at the name. Gar's going to untie the person, pick it up, and start walking downstairs. When he gets to the bottom and the one guard that actually went all the way down and committed, Gar is going to kick him as he's down at the bottom to get him out of the way and lay on hands through the kick to kind of heal what injuries he might have sustained while going down.
Okay, you only
Totally
have to mark
doesn't
off.
have burst
You only have to mark off 1 HP. And
Okay.
as you kick him, he's like, "Ow, dick!" Oh, actually, that feels kind of good.
I give great massages through my fists and feet.
Like as your guys are walking out, he's just like, "You might want to work on your one-liners."
You're supposed to be dead. Shut up.
I'm dead.
That's better.
You all walk
Now we
out.
have saved Marguerite.
You all walk out the door. The 2 guards that are sleeping, well, one's still sleeping. The other one that's sleeping are still there on the ground, unconscious. And you move away from the tower, and as you kind of get into
Can I, the one that's fake sleeping, can I kneel down next to him?
Sure. He's doing the whole.
Hey, wake up.
Do you want me to be awake now?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Well, what a nice little nap. I'm sure nothing bad happened.
No, nothing bad happened. I need you to talk to me about something.
What's up?
What the hell is this?
It's capture the flag.
Who set this up?
It's a training game between the Scaled and the guards.
What do you get out of it?
Practice. Usually the people that get sent here aren't like... And he just kind of like looks you up and down. You guys. Usually it's like 1 or 2 like lone wannabe Scaled members that usually we come out victorious. It's not usually 6 highly trained assassins. I'm sorry, 5 highly trained assassins.
Take offense to that.
Said that we're assassins.
Don't kill people.
He sees like
Lamalthun just...
he sees Lamalthun and Yane, and then like stereotypes Sousa, and then stereotypes Vardok, and he's just like, "No, I stand by what I said, assassins."
He's not incorrect in that regard for some of us.
I do have the skins to prove it.
He just stares at you.
Wow, that's a.
So like, is there
that's
anything else I
quite-
can help you with, or can we just say we lost this one?
Oh, you definitely lost.
Question for you.
Yeah.
When it's not us, when it's just a couple of poor saps, what's the success rate and what happens to them if they fail this test?
They fail, they don't get to be part of the scale.
You just hit them a couple of times and call it a day?
Essentially. Usually most people try stealth. They don't try to brute force entry their way in. They attempt,
What?
poison our food and
grapple
climb
up
the
side
tower.
and climb the tower to save the maiden?
Yes.
That was a lot of work.
Why not use a real person?
They could get hurt. Plus, we don't want to have a real person. We're not paying to have a real person just sit there for who knows how long.
Looks at the guy asleep. Yes, we wouldn't want to pay someone to just lay around all night.
Oh, you act like we're getting paid for this. No, this is our punishment for various things. We took one too many bribes. We fell asleep on a night watch. This is punishment duty.
This is a punishment gig.
Yeah.
And this happens every so often. How much?
I don't know. The leader of the scale talks to Horse. They work it out. I don't know.
This is the most convoluted game of
How's it convoluted? It's capture the flag.
most convoluted game of cat and serpent that I've ever heard of.
What is cat and no? It's capture the flag.
I have a question for you.
Full of questions, aren't we?
Yes.
Okay, what is it?
Do you ever go to the scale to capture their flag?
Sometimes.
Where is their flag located?
Various points throughout the city.
And if you were to engage in this capturing of the flag on their side, where would you go? A learned man such as yourself, the primary point, the tip of the spear outside the tower, you must have ideas and thoughts.
Do you really think that they use their own hidey holes and bolt holes for this silly game?
Possibly.
No.
So they have real strongholds and then fake strongholds in which they hold games.
It's not a fake stronghold. Part of the game, part of our task is finding out which vacant house throughout the entire city of Elysian this thing is located in. Do you know how many vacant houses there are in the city?
More than 3.
Yeah, more than 3.
Can we go? I don't want to be here anymore. These guys are weird.
Yes, I was...
Oh, he looks at the Asathi. We're the weird ones.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, you're out here doing nothing.
I'll agree that this is all a little strange.
Just a tad bit. It was strange.
Really, Gar? While you were in the military, there weren't any military training games?
They were a little more stab things, not games. It was more like
to train you to stab things.
No, it was more like this is a light exercise. Stab these things. If they stab you back, you lose. Somebody will come and heal you. Remember, we all could heal each other if we didn't die.
Yes,
okay. Well, sounds like you were in a really shitty division of the war.
I killed things every day of my life for 40 years.
Oh god, this sad story again. Gar, keep it for when you're drunk in the bars.
I pull out the drinks we got when we actually went to see Belsamith, and I take a swig.
There you go, Gar. Take your medicine.
I needed this because this does not work right now. This is just something else.
I look back to Gar and I'm just kind of like, do you want me to actually stab him?
No, let's go.
And I just
We're gonna
look,
be found by the Scaled at some point soon.
and I just look back at the guard, just for, like, to stop being an asshole, kind of look.
He closes his eyes.
Yeah. And I'll get up to leave.
As we're kind of walking away, I'll just kind of come up to Gar and be like, "You really need to change the name of that spell you guys used to heal each other. Was it lay on hands, right?"
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it just sounds like you guys are going over and laying your hands all over somebody else, like, all the time. I mean, it's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's a little weird. I don't know.
That's about what he does.
Oh, he's just a very handsy person. Okay, I get it. He's very, very, very textual. Likes to get the squeezers on things. Right.
Can I smack him over the back of the head for 1 point of damage and heal it at the same time?
It just doesn't do any. You just smack him on the head. It doesn't do any damage. And doesn't cost you anything to heal.
I want to smack him on the head for 1 damage and heal it.
Then you need to make an attack roll, and you guys are gonna start fighting each other probably. Or you can just take the back smack back.
Just like a Gibbs smack on the back of the head. Okay, fine. Just I'll take the regular.
Yes. Yeah. It doesn't take. You don't take any damage. It's just a smack on the back of the head.
I'll allow it.
All right. Now imagine that, but it feels good.
I mean, that did
That's a
feel
normal
good.
lay on hands from me.
That did feel good. You don't like.
Never
I actually
mind.
kind of
I
got shivers from that a little bit. Not gonna lie.
Gar is officially weirded out. He turns around and walks away.
It doesn't take long for you guys to kind of get back to the outskirts of, a little bit more densely packed buildings. And what you do, stepping out from the shadows, is one dolly. He's just like, all right, so like, the coughing's in character. So like, woo, that was pretty strong. So like, you guys got Marguerite?
I pulled Marguerite and handed it to one dolly.
He takes it, and because it's about the size of a doll.
Okay.
And
I thought this was a full size.
No, it is. It's not a full size dummy.
Like a 3 foot size wooden doll.
No, not quite. It's like a American Girl doll or something like that.
Okay. This is slightly less awkward then.
Yes. It's not like people
Totally
are like looking. People are
totally
staring at you
imagine.
as you walk here.
Yeah.
They're not like, oh my god, did I kill someone?
So we're just dragging this large mannequin through the streets.
No. It's doll shaped. And he just kind of lifts up the. He turns around to the back and he lifts up like the clothes on it. And you can see him scratch a marking into it. He puts it back down. He's like, all right, another win for the Scaled. All right, so like, deal's deal. You guys got Marguerite. And he kind of like hugs Marguerite to his chest. Missed you, girl. All right, so question, Elvin brother, what's up?
Yes. You said another win for the Scaled.
Yeah.
Question is, what do you win?
You guys and Marguerite. This is a cherished childhood doll of mine.
So you win us.
Yep.
I see.
You just completed your first steps into membership of the Scaled. Congratulations.
But
I already have Scaled.
I can't follow that up.
All right, so like, deal's deal. You got Marguerite. Did a good job. You didn't kill anybody. So I'll take you to Scaled HQ. Follow me.
Why would you let them have something from your childhood anyway, if it's special to you?
Because I know we'll always eventually get it back, What goes around comes around, nothing on this earth is permanent. Like, nothing truly belongs to one person. It's all nebulous,
So
Hmm.
I was going to say something along the lines of like spirit of competition, but that doesn't sound quite right.
Call it what you want, man. But like, yeah. All
I
right.
mean, it's good that you're all living in harmony like this. I mean, that's quite the unique relationship the underground has with the guards.
Well, I mean, like this is like our only relationship, and you know, any criminal organization that works with the protectors usually survives longer than those who work against the protectors. Am I right? I'm right. All right, now you guys try to keep up, and we'll be at Scaled HQ in no time. And he kind of winds you through, like around the edge of the city wall, city limits, and you pop down into one of the sewer exits that was marked on the map you guys made when you went to the library. And then you start working through that tunnel. And you just kind of, it's just like a left, right, left, right, 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 left, right, left, right. And you just kind of are, and he's taking these turns and like you lose them for a second. And then you have to like, eventually like, you guys light up torches. You just have to keep following him. And he's just moving at a very brisk pace that's kind of this, in this rapid movement where it's kind of hard to keep track of where you are, where you're going. Until finally you take this blind right turn and you all kind of do that thing where you all, just like you all pile up on one another. As he's stopped immediately right there. And he's like, all right, Scaled HQ. And he motions out in front of him. And the tight tunnel you've been in, opens up into this large, giant cistern. And kind of that smell of the sewer that's been on your nose this entire time. It's not been like horrendous. Like you're not literally walking through shit right now. But just kind of that smell of a sewer that's been in the background where it's just like, oh God. It's starting to fade away. And you kind of opened up into this large, what looks to be like you were also going slightly down. You noticed that you realized you kind of had this weird feeling. It's because you were very, very, very slightly going downhill the entire time. It was like, you know, instead of 180 degrees, you're like at 178 or something like that. And so where you open out into the cistern, there's the ceiling is up above, about 60 feet above or so, and you see these crumbling towers and pillars of an old city are what brace the ceiling here. And you see several large, kind of like something that resembled like a temple, something that resembles a palace, but just kind of old architecture styles. Here you see symbols, some to gods, some to titans, spread out amongst here. This is definitely a pre/during Divine War city ruin that you stumbled upon here. All of it is centered and located around a middle kind of fountain, this giant fountain area. That looks like they've actually repaired the fountain and it works. And you see several humanoid kind of creatures that one kind of looks like a prehistoric Asathi, one looks like a prehistoric Slytherin. But you also see creatures, humanoid creatures that no longer exist, that you've never seen before. But they are, hand in hand, arm in arm with dwarves and elves and humans. And you realize that these are some of the races that were wiped out to extinction in the Divine War. But all in all, while it's simultaneously kind of this old architectural archaeological find where it's crumbly and definitely old and destroyed and razed, the bits that you see people moving in and out of now, and you can see there's actually quite a large amount of people down here, seem to have some rejuvenation, some life to it. And it's not this, what you're kind of expecting, maybe like 10 or so scaled, huddled in a corner of the sewers. You realize this is kind of a much larger and prosperous organization than you thought it might be.
More like an enclave size?
Yeah. It's not like they didn't, this isn't like a full city living underneath the city, But there's probably like 100 or so people here.
So much for the Scaled not really being active in this city.
He's just like, all right, so I know you guys are gonna totally dig it down here. It's got this real like history vibe. It really makes you feel like, you know, you were there. So yeah, let me take you to our leader, and you know, she'll decide what to do with you. All right, cool. All right.
I can't help but roll my eyes slightly at his comment about that, thinking back to Dire Drindle and the tunnels and cities of that place, and just kind of looking at a cistern with 100 people, being like,
yeah,
yes, majestic.
Yeah, this is like totally one. Like, just think about how cool it is down here. Like, yeah. Then he like looks at you, he's like, but like, of course, like, doesn't even compete with Dire Drindle. You know, you guys got it made down there. All right, this way. And he kind of leads you around the center fountain area, and you go into what looks like the raised temple. It looks like any signifying markers to gods or titans that might have been on this temple have, either been scratched off or destroyed or, taken off. Doesn't seem to be any one particular symbol here, except for when you get to the door, which is actually, it's two very large doors. One's slightly off its hinge and perpetually open. The other one closed. There is a large banner that has a actor's mask with lightning descending from the eyes. This to be the symbol of Ankili, who is the trickery god and the god of fate. He walks you through the very large door with the kind of these crazy high vaulted ceilings, and just this gives you this feeling of large, just kind of open. There's some rubble in here from when the symbol of Ankili. There's some rubble here from like where the ceiling collapsed. And other kind of, whatever befell this city. But set up, you do see like a large desk with several other kind of like desks and, boxes, and it's very makeshift, kind of this center, ops center kind of feeling, where you see several members seated at some desks. You see one's kind of like, looking at maps of surrounding cities in the surrounding area. You see someone is counting out gold pieces and checking names off a list. And then you see a female Slytherin with your back to you that one dollar calls out to you. All right, Mistress Numia, I brought them. And she turns around. She sees Wandali and all of you, and she's kind of just like, "Hey, Wandali, it's about time you got here. Hey, it's about time you guys completed your task, huh? I'm Numia. I assume they brought Marguerite." And he tosses her the doll, looks at it, lifts up the back kind of clothing, and then shows it to you guys, where it just says the Scaled, and there's like 7 tally marks there. She's like, all right, very good, very good. So everything seems to be in order here. She tosses the doll back to Wandali. All right, you hold on to her. She's very important to you. Well, I must say I'm very impressed with your rescue of Marguerite. That's the quickest someone's ever done it. And might have not been a little bit unfair to the guards to send all 5 of you at the same time, but we're a little pressed for membership at the time. And you're asking for a debt removal, if I understand Wandali correctly, and I'm looking to scratch that itch for you. If you could scratch something back from you, you get what I'm saying?
I think I understand.
I don't know what
Yes.
she's talking about.
We all just gotta look at each other like, I'm sorry, does anyone have any idea what she's referring to?
Clearly, she needs an itch
You've got this
scratched.
10,000. You've got this 10,000 gold. This 10,000 gold piece debt, right?
No,
Yeah.
actually, we never owed that whatsoever.
No, see, that's weird. The way the laws of inheritance work in this city is that it's now your debt. So you guys owe me. But see, here's the thing. I'm willing to let that go if you do something for me in exchange.
That was the plan.
Yes, we understand.
Yeah. Because it seems
Those
that you
words
guys
I
have business
understood.
down here in the sewers. Seems like you guys have some important... You want to be down here anyway, if I'm understanding correctly.
That's correct.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, perfect. So all I ask is that you do your job. You do what you want. You came here down there to do. You came down here to investigate, solve something, do something. I don't know. Something down here in the sewers. We'll point you in the right direction. We'll get you as close as we can. Because let me tell you, it's not like we're blind down here. This is our town. This is our city. This is our part of the world, or a little chunk of heaven right here. And let me tell you, we've been noticing something strange.
Like what?
Let's see. Like, people get murdered, and then them same people seeming to come back from the dead and murdering other people's.
Yes, that is.
Heard you guys have had little problems with that too.
Yes.
Yeah.
We are entirely here to help you out with that problem, and you'll eliminate our debt so that I never have to hear from One Dolly again.
What's the matter with $1? You don't like $1?
No, I just don't like having a debt to anyone. and
Fair enough.
if
No
he
one wants a
doesn't
price
have-
on their head. I understands that. All right, so here's the thing. I got scouts out in the tunnels right now. We kind of narrowed the idea of where this is coming from, where whatever thing or whoever is down here doing the thing, come up into your city and murdering peoples and impersonating peoples. We've kind of narrowed down where they're coming from. You know, we've been working with the guards on this one, where, you know, they've clearly been using the sewers, they've been using the tunnels, they're using where we tell them. They've been sealing off entrances. We've been sealing off entrances down here. We've kind of got them pinned in an area. But anytime we get any closer than when we do, well, that's when I lose members of my party.
People start dying, indeed.
People start dying.
And then I'm assuming those people come back and kill more people.
And then they're wearing the faces of the people that died, and they done murder some of our friends, too. So, you know, it's not a pretty thing.
And then those people come back and kill more people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Seems like a cycle
Yeah,
of just
we got a friggin' Einstein over here. Yeah. Good job.
death and destruction.
So all I'm asking is that you heroes go be heroes. Boom.
So could you show us where?
I mean, that's very fair, actually.
Yeah, where is this area located? Is there someone that can take us there?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna have one Dolly take you guys. But hear me out. But he knows the sewers better than anyone, so before you start complaining about one Dolly, just remember he's my right-hand man. So I don't want to hear nothing about it. Second, we're gonna wait until tomorrow. You guys can go home and get a good night's sleep. You recharge, get ready, because you're gonna spend some time down here in the sewers. And while my part of the sewers down here might be a lovely little place you want to spend some time with, the area you're going to, it ain't so pretty.
Question.
Answer.
Do you have sleeping arrangements down here?
No, and you're not quite welcome down here permanently yet.
We are-
You're all in a trial membership. You are all trial members of the Scaled.
That doesn't seem very...
Unless you don't want to be. We don't want nobody that don't want to be here.
That doesn't seem very welcoming into your ranks. We got your doll
What
back.
you want? You want a trial membership.
What would
I mean,
make
what it sounds
permanent?
like.
Make it permanent, solve this problem, then you're full members.
Ah,
Then you get voting rights, you get the ability to use our fences, you get full communication to other Scaled guilds out throughout the whole entire lands of Gelspad.
well,
It's quite
see,
generous.
You're part of the labor union.
You're part of the family.
The family.
Part of the ship.
Why you do that? Do you know what that means in Slytherin? Do you know what that means? Don't ever do that again. Don't ever do that again. No, don't ever do that again.
Gar looks at Sousa and what?
A less trusting
is this a
Slytherin,
Slytherin?
they'd probably cut your hand off. Yeah, so you might be thinking Slytherin snakes
No, it's
because
it's
the
the
rats.
are the
That's-
Slytherin are the rat people.
That was a bops. Yeah.
Yes, yeah, same race as a bap.
I do try and make sure that pelt stays hidden in my hood. I don't want this Slytherin to see I have a pet rat.
You mean a slave? No, just kidding. Kidding.
Gar is going to completely disregard that and bring out a tiny bit of food and feed his little friend.
Excuse me, what's that?
It's an orphan I saved.
Yes, but what is that? What do you call that?
Well, I was
friend?
calling him.
Fred?
You know how to speak, right? I ask you a question, I expect an answer. What is that? What do you call that?
Well, I haven't named him yet.
You haven't graced it with a name. How convenient.
Well, yeah, until a little
You
bit
didn't
ago, I
think
wasn't
that this
sure
living
he
thing
wasn't a-
didn't, acknowledge or require a name? What do you just
Well,
call it?
I had to wait
Rat?
until I knew that it wasn't going to eat me first, because it was.
Oh,
either
sure,
this-
yeah.
Wait,
Go
wait,
ahead
wait.
and think
It
that
was
it might
either
eat
this
you.
or it
Yeah.
was a flesh stripper.
Oh,
weren't
excuse
sure.
me. Oh, excuse me. Of course, you can't tell the difference between a rat and a flesh stripper, can you?
Not
You
with
think
the
you
babies.
think they all just look alike?
Oh my god.
When they were babies, and I
Yeah.
knew nothing about them.
I'm
Oh, so you just decided to take it for your own.
Well, it was either
You
going
just
to
plucked it
die
from its
or
family.
I was-
You just plucked it from its family, and you're like, I
Why
know
do you-
what's best for
did you
this.
not hear me
I know
say
how to
it
care
was
for
an
this.
Orphan? It was an orphan. Was I supposed to leave it to die?
How do you know it was going to die? How do you know there wasn't a father or a mother that was coming back? Whatever one wasn't coming back.
Somebody stepped in its nest and crushed its parents.
Both parents, or did you just see one?
Both parents, and this was the only one that was something that I could do something about. So you wanted me to just let this thing die.
I wanted you to not step in and think you know what's best for it.
Well, if you want to see how its parents turned out, you can go outside the city to specify location around where it is and see its parents' corpses. On the
All right,
other
maybe I will.
hand,
Maybe I'll send someone out there. Check out your story.
I pet my ratto and I say, I'm going to let this little guy be happy with me where at least he's alive.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he'll be able to thank you. He'll thank you for that every single day. Oh, thanks, great and powerful master. Thank you so much for letting me live and feeding me, giving me a home, the basic rights. Thanks.
Okay, so you'd rather me have let it to die?
I think
I'd rather you release it.
Gar.
I think she wants it. You should give it to
You
her.
think
All right, I'm gonna let this go. I'm the bigger person here. You didn't know. I'm gonna let you get off on ignorance. It's a one-time excuse. See, now you've been educated. I told you. You now know what's right and wrong. So I expect this to be resolved. Are we understood?
Does everyone get?
I look at Lamalthu and like, what? It's still just a rat. What?
All right.
So,
All right.
aside from that, we're gonna go home now.
Yeah.
You want us to go
You're
home
You're gonna
and
go
come
back
back
to
tomorrow?
You're gonna go back to your little knob goblin. You're gonna lay down your little heads on the third floor where your rooms are. You're gonna take a little nap. You're gonna sleep through the night, and you're gonna come back tomorrow once my scouts are back.
I have a follow-up question.
If they come back.
They will. They're the best scouts I've got. Question.
Yes. Will we be getting escorted back here again? Or will we be coming on our own?
No, I'll give you the direct line to this place because you are junior members,
Right.
so at least to give you that. What you want to do is when you wake up in the morning, you're going to want to go. You going to let me talk? You're going to keep muttering and saying a word every five words I say.
Most likely the second one.
What you're going to do, you're going to wake up, you're going to eat your little food, you're going to get a good day's start, okay? And then you're going to walk to a little shop that we own. It's our little front. Are you listening?
I'm
Shop.
writing this down.
I feel like you're not listening.
Go to the
I
shop.
feel like you started to tune me out. I need you to listen.
I mean,
Go to the
you
shop
did tell
that
him
you
not to
own
talk.
after breakfast.
And a good start.
Yes, he was listening intently, and like you told him not to talk.
True. All right. You're going to go to Mama Mansuela's alchemy shop. Okay? You're going to talk to Mama. You're going to say to her,
Fuck you.
what you laughing about?
Fuck you so much, Patrick.
What are you laughing about right now? The fuck you laughing about? You think the name's funny? What's your name? What's your name? I bet your name's funny.
It kind of is actually a little bit. Well,
All right, at least you're self-aware. I can appreciate that.
Thank you. Just a little bit of clarification, though. Is the owner of the shop Mama, or is the name of the shop Mama?
All right, so if it's called Mama Mansuela's alchemy shop, and I'm telling you to speak to Mama, what you think? Can you
Okay,
put two
all
and two
right, thank
together?
I'm a little slow on the uptake. I'll give you that.
I can see that. All right, so here's the thing. You're going to say to Mama Mansuela, you can go, Mama Mansuela, let me tell you something. I think the Agalos, they smell sweetest when blood is shed. And she's going to go, oh, yes, they do smell sweetest then. And she's going to take you to the back of the shop. You can go in there, and you're going to go down the tunnel that's in there, and it's going to take you right back here. Well, not right here. It's going to take you to the cistern, and you get the idea. And then you're going to come back right here, and we're going to talk, and then Wandali, he's going to take you to where the problem is, okay?
Okay.
I said okay, okay?
Absolutely.
See, none of you said okay back, so I feel like you didn't understand what I'm saying.
Okay. Yeah.
I said
Okay.
No, completely understood.
I wrote
Okay.
it down.
She looks at you, sees that you were you actually writing it down?
I was actually writing it down.
She sees that you actually wrote it down, she's like, okay, so I'm gonna need you to destroy that because that's a secret passphrase, and we can't just have that laying around. So I'm gonna need you to throw that away. She just stares at you. I'm gonna need you to throw that away.
Wait, hold on.
Sousa will hold it up and then spit on it.
No,
and
Susa,
it
wait. Before you destroy it, I believe we should try to come up with some sort of mnemonic device so that we can remember all of these steps.
She just walks forward, grabs the paper out of your hands,
I got it in my head.
throws it away, puts it in her pocket, and she's just like, all right, so you smartasses can go home now. I'll see you here tomorrow, and you won't be laughing when you gotta go, face some murderers. So,
Oh, that's true. There's nothing. funny
yeah,
about murder.
probably should wipe the smiles off your faces because, your friends and family are getting murdered. But, ha ha ha, laugh it up. Am I right?
No, there's nothing funny about murder. This is okay.
Yeah, okay. This one gets it. Be gone. I've got things to do, people to steal from. Let's go. And she motions over like another Skeld member who like runs up to her. Is like, oh yes. So Numia, I believe, and you are Wandali kind of leads you guys out at the point. All right. So like you totally met with Numia. She seems to like you guys. That's totally awesome. She doesn't usually like everyone she meets, so that's totally new. I've not seen this before. All right. So
that's liking us.
yeah.
Oh.
She wouldn't yell at you if she didn't like you. She keeps telling us all the time, when I stop mentioning your name or yelling at you, that's when I've given up on you. She's a really good coach. All right, so here's the thing. I'm going to walk you guys back out of here. you guys are gonna leave. You guys are gonna go back to the Knob Goblin, do your thing, rest up. I'll come get you first thing in the morning. Or if you don't want that, and you can find my mind man swallows by yourself. You can totally do that. Whatever. I'm not here to push myself on you guys.
Oh yeah, I appreciate that. I guess I'll go back.
Yes.
Really, I don't know what to do with the rest of this day, but
Well, it's already pretty late because you guys have been doing the you rescued Marguerite.
Montage.
Shopping.
The Marguerite montage
searching.
started later at night. Remember?
So it's close to bedtime.
So
I'd say it's 9 or 10 at night.
So Gar, is this appropriate time for drinks now, or I
You
could
can
use a drink?
Oh, you guys are gonna get drinks? Can I recommend a place?
Sure. Yes, absolutely.
All right. It's called the Green Dryad. You go there and all of the stuff on tap is totally locally made and locally sourced. It's totally everything free. They just dryads make it, and it's just it's basically drinking grass. It's totally awesome for you. It's really earth conscious.
Oh, I'll be sure to stop by and get some grass.
Is this alcoholic grass?
Oh, well, of course, man.
I might be willing to drink alcoholic grass.
I mean, it's worth
Show
it
the
for the
way.
experience.
I'd be careful though, man. I say grass, but you ever heard of wormwood?
I might have heard of some, maybe.
All right. Well, it's gonna be a real
is that the
mind-opening
tree?
experience if you get it.
Okay.
All right. Cool. So he takes you guys back through the tunnels, and you guys pop up on the surface, and he's like, "All right. So the Green Dryad is this way, or if you want where you are right now, this is how you get back to the Knob Goblin." All right. I'll see you guys later. Did you want an escort in the morning to my mods, or did you want to totally just let nature be your guide, man?
I wouldn't
To your mother's?
mind an S.
I would let you
No,
be
man,
our
my
guide.
mom and Swellas.
Oh, my mom is. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, please come and show us the way in the morning just so that we don't get lost for a couple days.
All right, totally awesome. I'll meet you guys in the Knob Goblin in the morning. Sounds good. All right, I'm out. I'll see you guys in the morning. And he just goes back into the sewer entrance that you guys have popped out from.
So these people are.
Eccentric.
They are professional thieves. I guess.
You would think they would have quieter personalities.
Can we talk and walk to the nearest bar?
Yes, Wandalia has given me quite the headache today.
I have yet to experience the nightlife here in town. I would much appreciate it before dying tomorrow.
It was intense.
It was very intense.
I'm actually willing to try some of his grass drink. Let's go.
Go.
All right, so you guys go to the Green Dryad as opposed to your usual haunt with the Knob Goblin.
Guess so.
I am, at least.
Give it
Oh,
a
rest of
alright,
it
it's
doesn't
good for
have
the
to.
experience.
Alrighty. You get to the Green Dryad, and it's one of those places. It's unique in that you see actually there's a lot of tables outside. It has these overhanging awnings of alternating green and white striping. You see it's a lot of younger people. And this is the least amount of this is the most amount of non-humans you've seen in one spot. So you see a couple elves, a couple dwarves, quite a few halflings, and you walk in, and there's just this one long kind of slab of wood on a couple of boxes that acts as a bar, and you're greeted by the bartender. Hey guys, welcome to the Green Dryad. I don't know if you know about us, but we're totally, Skarn conscious. All of our stuff is made purely by the dryads that have founded this place. They go hang out and close to the Hornside. It's really locally sourced and it's really pure. And it'll be a real mind-opening experience for those of you who've never partaken before. So are we all new here? Have any of you been here before?
No, we got a recommendation from Juan Dolly.
Oh, Juan Dolly. He's like our totally number one customer. Yeah, no, he does a great job of introducing new people to the Green Dryad. So, yeah, feel free to mingle with the crowd, and I'll have, what is it, five? Everyone wants one,
Whatever's
yes?
the strongest thing you've
All
got, I'll
right.
take
Is
one.
there only one thing?
We only serve one thing, yeah.
You said it comes from close to the horn saw.
Yeah, that's where the Dryads are from.
Go on, tell him.
Now, why would I be mean to the person making my food, Lamalthun?
Oh, it's not mean. You're merely educating.
This is true. Well, you see, I am from what you call the Hornsaw, and actually,
Oh, awesome.
My people call it the Broadreach.
Oh my gosh, no way, I didn't know that. We've been like totally appropriating your culture then by calling it the Hornsaw. That's like totally wrong of us. That's our bad. We took something from you, so you know what? I'm going to make sure everyone knows it's the Broadreach, and from now on, everyone in this establishment will call it the Broadreach. All right, so 5 coming up right now. And he turns around and he pours out 5 mugs and he brings them over. All right, so that'll be 10 gold pieces, please.
Wait, I'm sorry, what?
2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That'll be 10 gold pieces, please.
I throw money.
2 gold pieces for a mug of green?
Lamalthun, I'm just going to pay for you, and we're going to move on from this.
Yeah, Susa will throw money.
I will definitely give monies. I'm actually gonna give 5 instead of just 2.
All right.
Because Yane is really happy that they actually listened.
All right, we totally appreciate tips here, but what we do is we pull all their community tips and we give back to the Broadreach, and we actually go and plant trees with the money that you give. So thank you for that. You've contributed to the planting of probably 6 new trees. Thank you.
That's amazing. I'm coming here all the time now.
All right, that's what we like to hear. We love lifelong members. All right, cool. Well, if you guys have any other questions or want to know anything else about our fine establishment here, you come and see me.
Oh, thank you. You've been most hospitable.
Gar takes a small sip before determining that it's okay enough and just downs the whole thing.
Well,
take
is it drinkable?
Yeah. Would you like to hear about it before you down the whole thing, or are you just like, fuck
I'd
it?
like to hear about
As
it.
long I will drink it no matter what, but as long as it is palatable.
Oh yeah, okay.
But
all right,
I will take
all right.
that first sip, and you can describe it so that we all can get that.
Okay, yeah. So it is palatable. Yeah, so it doesn't make you retch or anything. So yeah, you down your drink.
I feel like we're all like on Gar's breath after the first sip. Just like,
As soon as you put the mug to your lips and tilt it, so as soon as the liquid touches your lips, it's very tingly, almost like spearmint or something like that. It gives you that nice tingle on your lips. And then as you're drinking it, you do kind of get that earthy taste of like a kale or like some very like spinach, like that kind of arugula kind of taste. It's like the base component of it. And you get like a little bit of lemon zest on that, and then as well as kind of this weird, almost like a lavender or a rose petal kind of flowery floral taste to it. It's a lot kind of, more flowery than anything you're used to drinking. But it's a nice change of pace, and the tingle that you get on your lips, the sensation continues down like kind of your throat and then into your chest as you're drinking it. And it's this weird feeling of like a tightness, like you feel like your body's kind of tightening up on it, but it feels good, like kind of refreshing almost. And then you kind of exhale, and your breath is very cool. And then you taste it, and you're just like, okay. Then you gulp it down. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
All right. A nat 20!
Whoa!
All right.
I downed that shit.
There we go.
Okay. Gar throws it back, and besides the sensations I described, it tastes good. You feel like it's just one for you, for Gar, so you're not, like, you don't really feel anything yet. But kind of, Gar does the small sip, and then he downs it, and he looks at all of you, and he's just like,
It's a little bit flowery, but I mean, it's alcohol.
Oh, well, that's promising. And Yune takes a sip.
same sensation.
It's a little bit mellower than I'm used to. It's definitely a unique sensation. I'm enjoying kind of the cold feeling, the tingling. It does feel unique.
Do you all intend on finishing your drink?
Yeah, I guess Susa will drink hers.
Gradually.
Not to finish mine. I will take 1 or 2 sips just to know what it's like, taste it, talk to everyone about it. That fit in. But Malthus doesn't drink to get he doesn't get drunk. So
Sure. All right, then Yane, Vardok, and Susa, give me Constitution saving throws upon completion of your first pint.
Oh yeah, there's a pint.
Another natural 20.
That's
Okay.
Nat 20 for me!
yes.
Alrighty. And then 2 13s.
13.
All right.
Devok.
The 2 13s. When you finish your first pint, you're like, it's a weird sensation. It's not like anything you've drank before. Then there's that feeling of lightheadedness, and then you kind of, whenever you blink your eyes, the spots that that form when you blink your eyes, they stay a little bit longer than usual, and they're different colors than usual. And you start looking at your compatriots, and their features are exaggerated. So Lamalthun and Yane's ears are getting much bigger and pointier. Gar's beard is quite long, and it seems to kind of have its own legs that it's kicking.
Gar, hold on, I gotta get. And I start reaching for the legs underneath. I'm just, he's gonna run away.
Varduk starts reaching for your beard, Guard.
He's reaching for half a foot beneath my beard, though, so Gar just kind of... What are you doing?
And I got my hands like this. I'm just trying to hold his beard still. I don't rightly know what I'm doing. Your facial hair seems to have grown legs. And I'm trying to keep it from running away.
I think you're done now.
What?
I take his glass that's empty already, and I just move it away from him.
One more. It's fine. It's fine. I'm just keeping the facial hair from running away. It's fine.
I've never been so drunk I've seen someone's beard sprout legs.
And why are your ears so long? 3 times the size they were a second ago.
You need to watch
They're
what you're
fine.
saying, please.
And
Right.
he starts he's oh no, that's completely just me right now. I'm sorry.
Just
What's going on?
give him the eyebrows.
Is Susa currently not
He's still
swaying?
holding the beard.
She's totally zoned out. But at the same time, when Devok says that your ears are getting so big, and everyone's like, "No, this is ridiculous," you see her snake eyes get very big, like a chibi. She's like, "But they are. Look." She see? Waving in the air.
Just
I can-
trying to touch it, just
They're like spears. Or sharp teeth.
I have a question out of character.
Or
Is Susa so drunk that she is no longer swaying?
No, so neither of them are drunk. They are a little bit high.
Hallucinating, yeah.
A little high.
So Susa's just doing a really slow.
Yeah, so Susa would
Very,
still be.
very slowly.
Yeah.
Gar looks at the bartender and is like, "So, is this normal?"
Oh yeah, totally. No, this is some of the side effects of of our brew. We limit our customers to 3 per serving. Any more than that is toxic.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Do you have a ingredients wholesaler or an apothecary that you could recommend?
Yeah, we work with Mama Mansuelas. They're our alchemy shop. They're along with what the Dryads produce in the Broad Reach. We supplement with what she's got.
Okay, so I had a question, and they're just like people they kind of dismiss my question. They're just like, "Hey, you're being a smartass," but right now it's really important to me.
Your friend's really feeling it right now.
To know, is it Mama Swallows? Mama Mansuelos? I'm a little confused.
Mama Mansuela.
Mama Mansuelos. So like Mama Man-swallowed something.
Not something. Mama Mansuela.
Oh, okay. Mama Man-swallowed. See, I keep
close enough.
Mama Man-swallowed. Like it is. I'll just move on. I'll just.
Look like you had a follow-up question, my Drendali brother.
I'm sorry. I'll just move on.
No, all right.
Oh no. Oh, I do. I was just making sure my friend here was able to.
He's under this. He's underneath what we like to call the Dryad sway. So you can just totally kind of discount whatever he's saying. Right? He's not going to remember these conversations in the morning.
Oh, good. Do you have any whole ingredients that you would be willing to part with?
No, we don't keep anything. We actually don't brew on site. We brew off site. So yeah, unfortunately, no, we don't have anything right here.
Oh, okay, that's understandable. Where do you brew?
That's a trade secret, my friends.
Okay, very well.
We are just so unique that we can't afford giving out any secrets like that. We don't want any, imposters, no posers, man. This is the original, real deal right here.
Well, as you can see, I don't actually partake all that much, so no, I have no interest in competing with you on an ale level.
Fair enough. But yeah, no, unfortunately, that's above my pay grade. I would have to keep it a secret.
Very well, then I will meet up
Not
with...
my place to be able to reveal that.
No problem at all. I'll speak with Mama about it.
Yeah. She's your lady.
So, you're not finishing your drink, correct, Lamalthune?
No, but I'm also not giving it up.
Well, no, Gar was going to say, if you're not finishing that, might as well save it for later. And puts a flask out for you.
I think that's a wonderful idea, and I will... I can take Gar up on a little bit of his flask. So if I have a mug, then I can put some in his flask, probably not use up the whole thing. And I actually would, if I can, maybe empty out my water skin or something on me that I can keep a liquid in, I would like to actually keep some of the...
You can use one of the empty potion bottles from the health potions you guys had.
Good call. Potion bottle. Yeah.
Sure thing.
Cool. So both me and Gar should have a...
Yeah, so Gar, you can mark a flask of Druid's Green, and then you can essentially put potion of Druid's Green.
Cool.
Can I describe a hallucination real quick?
Sure.
So Gar's beard that was running away, I've let it go. So it detaches from his face, forms a complete little beard person, and starts tap dancing on the table. And Devok just sits there, and he's starting to hum a tribal song, of his, and he's just like tapping on the table real slowly to the beat as he's watching the beard just do a little do-si-do on the table. You are your facial hair is indeed athletic, Gar. Excuse me. Why are you Devok? You're Gar.
Yes, I am. And you, my friend, are currently something else.
Good something or bad something, man?
Just tell me if the trees start standing up to try and attack us, and then I'll tell you how bad you are.
Okay, I mean, currently your facial hair is tap dancing on the table.
You can still get away with that in public without looking like you're insane.
What is its time signature?
And you're just having.
Seemed like 4-5, which is quite weird, but okay.
A little bit of.
Very well, thank you.
Having
Alrighty.
had a drink, Gar's pretty much done because he wasn't planning on getting shit-faced here tonight since we have to work tomorrow.
Do you do like smaller ones?
No, they come in one size because, like I said, after 3 they're toxic. So we have to make sure we standardize all of our
Oh, that's smart.
receptacles. Otherwise, someone might say, "Oh, well, I've had 5 small ones and a big one." It's like, oh no, that math works out to more than 3, and then we've got terrible things on our hands. So
That makes sense. Okay, thank you.
all right, well, you watch those 2. Make sure they get home all right.
Oh, don't worry about that. We will.
Alrighty.
They come into the same place.
I am gonna go. Do you have a restroom here?
Yeah, alleyway next door.
Okay, I'm gonna go. Bathroom over there.
You step into the alleyway, and it's just an alleyway. No fancy bathroom or outhouse. Just against the side of the wall.
Just go to the bathroom, and you just start humming his music and just enjoy the night air. Just sit there and be alive and feel the wind blow against his back and watch the stars for a second. He's actually going to come outside the alleyway and not in the middle of the street, but enough distance away from any of the buildings he doesn't feel claustrophobic, and lay down and just watch the stars.
They dazzle, and the various constellations actually arrange themselves. And you in your mind-altered state can actually see the constellations are supposed to be. You see Corian's sword, and you see the snake head of Mormo, and you see Ankile's bones, knuckle bones, and you see the shield of Madriel, and you just see like all the constellations. You're like, whoa.
I feel like I should start talking like this now. Whoa. Dude, is that sweet? Where's my car? Wait, what's a car?
Like cart?
Yes. Wait, Lamalthun, I didn't know you were out here too.
So yes, you all settle up. You collect Devok, who's laying on the ground, and you're able to make you guys' way back to the Knob Goblin.
Patty gets it in chat.
You walk in and make your way up to your rooms up on the 3rd floor. I believe you all have separate rooms, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Do any of you do anything before you fall asleep tonight?
As much of a head trip as this has been, and I am currently enjoying watching a miniature Gar running around Gar. Um, Gar, would you do me the favor of relieving me of this hallucinogen?
That's what we didn't ask. How long this stuff lasts for?
Also, I could deal without a hangover tomorrow. That'd be great.
Well, you're not actually drunk. The guy said so. But, here.
I'm giving you permission to lay your hands on me. I know it's
I do.
it's a upstanding privilege for you. I understand.
And so I do it exactly like you see those people do on televangelist things, where I grab him on the forehead, and then I smack with my other hand. And as he falls backwards, I catch him, and he no longer is. Got the condition of far out, dude.
By the power of Madriel, you will be healed.
Okay. Gar is able to, using his lay on hands, you are removed of the intoxication hallucinogen of the Dryad's Green brew.
Thank you very much, Gar. I'll be going to bed tonight. I mean, he didn't lie. It was a experience.
I double checked that Susa wants to or does not want to remain far out.
She will remain far out. As she is looking, she hasn't even gone inside yet. She's still in the street, looking at the smallest Brillo she's ever seen.
The smallest Brillo.
You think you could probably pick? You think that you probably could pick it up and put it in your pocket?
Oh god.
Dusa, are you okay?
What you guys see her looking at is just a log that's like in the road,
It's just a stick about that big.
just staring at it.
Gar is going to try and escort Susa in
Why is he so small?
because you haven't fed him recently.
Brillo looks up at you, Susa, and is just like, "I'm not small. You're big."
It's more. It's like a.
Of course I talk. I'm your best friend.
Oh good lord.
I
Susa,
need
that's a stick.
I need to go inside now.
Gar is just going to just slowly walk Susa in like that, corralling.
Where you
around the
going,
arm.
buddy? Bye, buddy.
Bye. Bye. See you tomorrow.
You know it. I'll be here.
I was expecting a you.
All right, so yes, you're able to get Susa inside, relieve Devoke of his intoxication. Anything else any of you would like to do before bed?
Yes.
Okay.
So I would like to leave. No offense to anyone. I like to leave these idiots to whatever they're doing.
Sure.
Valid.
Sure.
Can't say I'm not an idiot tonight.
And I will go up to my room, and I actually want to break out the book that I got during my special encounter.
Okay.
And start kind of like paging through that, and I want to set up my alchemist kit that I was able to pick up, and kind of start following instructions through this book, and just kind of like I want to find an entry for like extracting key elements from potions, things like that. And I actually
reverse engineering a potion.
Yeah,
almost?
something like that. Like, can I pull like a base component or like a thing out of a potion? And I want to try it with Dryad's Green.
Okay.
So I want to take
give
that.
me a alchemy tools check.
Yeah, so I take the potion and I kind of put it in the rack and I use whatever kind of heating mechanism the alchemist kits would have, and I run something, and I'm basically making a still to see if I can separate all of its components. Alchemy tools. Let me see.
Alchemy tools check.
Alchemy tools.
Which would be for you. We'll allow this to be intelligence based. So just give me an intelligence roll plus proficiency.
All right. I should probably get off of build character. That is a 24 total.
24. Wow. Okay.
That was a 19, guys.
That's awesome.
Okay.
There it is.
All right. Before we get to that, because I'll take you a good chunk of the night to kind of work on that. Is anybody else doing anything? You guys just going to sleep?
Nah, I'm just going to sleep.
I'm just cataloging what I still need for finishing off making alcohol. Because
Sleep
I've
is-
gotten an ingredient. I just need to figure out what I need for more.
Okay. Yeah. That doesn't take you very long, and you're kind of fall asleep. Halfway through your note taking, and your desk is where you'll be sleeping tonight.
That's fair.
I'll sleep as much as an elf sleeps.
Yeah. Devote. Anything else?
I'm just going to go up there and if I remember anything from at all, I'm gonna just write down the day's events in my notepad and scratch off some runes in my quill.
Yeah, it doesn't make you forget the entire day's events. You just kind of the part where you walk into the tavern you've never been to and take a weird drink. That part's kind of fuzzy up until when you got back to the Knobgoblin, but you could probably write down some of your hallucinations.
I'd be like, this was a fine afternoon. I really hope I don't die tomorrow. I would like to revisit that place.
Okay. Lamalthun, you're working, you're distilling, you've got your alchemy kit all set up. You pour in the contents of the small potion that you're able to take of it. Heavily swigging through your wine flask. The room is getting quite hot from the heat you've built up to do this task, and it's not like it's the largest room in the world. When there's a knock at your door.
I look at the potion, and I kind of look at the door. I check my watches that don't exist. No.
It's quite late.
Go away.
Please? Hero? I wanted to discuss the events of my sister's death. And we'll take a break right there as Lamalthun decides if he's going to open the door to her or not.
Oh, God. Okay.
Murder in the night. Murder in the night.
Before we go to break, though, quick announcement that we have done a drawing for our first runner-up, and can I get a drum roll, please? Perfect. Our first runner-up is Counseling Couch. Counseling Couch, congratulations!
Hey.
You're
The counseling couch.
Are they canceling all couches or just the
no
one?
counseling.
Oh, counseling couch. So
Yes.
Yes,
they're
counseling couch.
so they counsel couches. Okay.
Sure. Yes, you are a first runner-up, and that allows you to get a Story Path Core book of your choice. You can choose between Scion, Trinity Continuum, They Came series, or Dystopia Rising. Please reach out and DM the Vorpal Tales Twitch and say what your choice is, or you can email us at vorpaltales@gmail.com and let us know your choice, and we will get you that as soon as possible. All right.
Congratulations!
Congratulations, Counseling Couch.
Congratulations,
Thank you
yes.
for hanging out with us.
Yes, absolutely.
Badass. Thank you.
We're going to take a quick 10-minute break. We'll be back at 10:47 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And once we do that, we'll have another winner drawn. So stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. 10 quick minutes are all that we ask for as we take a quick break to refresh and recharge. Hello, and welcome back to Dracogenesis, Titan's Lament, our wonderful Vorpal Tales awesome adventure into Skarn. While we were on break, we got rested, rehydrated, and we also picked our second runner-up from our Vorpal Tales anniversary week. It's our happy birthday, and to celebrate, we're giving out things to our wonderful fans who support us and make this all possible. So, our second runner-up is, can I get another drum roll, please?
Muted.
Perfect. I'm going to butcher the name, but I'm going to try. Machetai, or Machitai, or
Machete?
Makitai,
Oh, Makatai?
maybe. But yes, second runner-up. Once again, that's your choice of a Story Path core book, which is, you can choose from Scion, Trinity Continuum, the They Came series, or Dystopia Rising. So, once again, reach out to us via DM on Twitter or here on Twitch or our email, which is vorpaltales@gmail.com, and let us know what your choice is, and we will get it to you as soon as possible.
Excellent.
Thank you so much for supporting us. Congratulations.
Yay!
You guys are rad.
We got one more winner coming up.
One more big grand
That's
winner
right.
at the end, so stick around, watch the show.
The big Mama Jamma, big old Scion bundle winner.
And if you are watching and have not jumped into chat, jump into chat now before the end, and you will still be entered. We have not done the drawing yet for the last one, so please, please, please drop us a line, tell us if you are enjoying the show, and get entered into that drawing.
Hell yeah. Alrighty. Now, let's bring it back. Lamalthun, a knock at your door. A revelation that it is one of the sisters asking to know what happened, the details of her sister's demise.
I stand up, and I obviously will have doffed my armor at this point since I'm in my room by myself. But I do want to walk over and hand pick up my rapier.
Okay.
And I'll kind of walk over, kind of creep. Are there any, like, there's no such thing as a peephole in this,
No.
like, just...
No, like your door would be locked. There would definitely be a lock on this as it is a
Yeah.
an inn. But no, there's no way to see through the door without opening it or using magic.
Using magic. What magics do I have? I'm a wizard.
You're a wizard,
You're a wizard,
Lamalthun.
Lamalthun!
You're a hairy wizard.
I don't really have anything that's going to help in that particular situation. So I instead would like to lean up against the door for just a minute and kind of like, maybe close my eyes and really focus. And I want to listen. Does it sound like there's someone with her? Maybe someone like shifts their weight, or kind of is like, when you're trying to not breathe heavy, so you kind of hold your breath and then you kind of go like, like something like
Sure.
that. Is this about to be an ambush? Like,
Give me a perception check.
just very, that word when you're not very trusting of things.
Suspicious.
Cautious.
Yeah. That is a 16.
Okay. 16 is pretty good. You put your ear to the door, your keen, sharp senses, honed by the battlefield and living underground. You listen. It sounds like there's only one person on the other side. You do hear a set of breathing. It seems normal.
Okay.
Before you continue, is Lamalthun raided by Kyrian Comfort Studios during this interrogation?
Oh
Yes.
no!
Oh my god!
Bursting through the window right now are 14 awesome ninja assassins from Carrion Comfort Studios that just like totally eviscerate you, Malthun, and except in tiny little fleshy bits.
It happens.
That's a dead
sometimes
one.
there's just nothing you can do. But
I mean, yeah, how are you supposed to foresee 14 super awesome ninja assassins coming to get you like that?
Who knows? Maybe he'll be like Mormo and just resurrect from little
That's
bits.
true. You have suffered a fate similar to Mormo. Maybe Yune knows something about that.
Oh my! Thank you so much for the raid. Great to have you guys. I'm either about to get stabbed by a weird dancer from the woods, or some weird...
Oh, she's not from the woods.
She was living in the woods, south side.
That's
the
where their
city.
campsite was, but it's not like she's like a
Yeah.
woods person.
No, she's wood.
She's not
people.
Bear Grylls.
She's
She's
from...
not city folk.
Hey,
She might be a bear, though.
hey, I'm from the woods, okay? I know woods people when I see them.
Uh-huh.
So, anyway, I'm either about to get stabbed or have, like, you know, cool dancer sex. I haven't figured out yet. All right, so
Only one way to find out.
I will... Lamalthu, now seeing that there's only one person outside, will crack the door just ever so slightly and kind of peer through. But he's keeping his blade like at a position where if he needs to, he can quickly draw it and be in position.
Sure. You look. It is just a single solitary person, and it is one of the quadruplets.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi.
Do you mind if I come in?
I'm a bit busy at the moment.
I'm sorry. It's just I haven't slept for a couple days now, and just want to get some closure on this.
I kind of just look back over at my experiment.
Seems like it's got maybe an hour and a half left on it.
Yes, fine. Come in.
Thank you.
And I'll open the door enough for her to walk through.
She lowers like kind of the traveling cloak hood that she had up, and she unfastens it from around her neck, and then drapes it over the chair.
I'll close the door.
She'll sit down on the bed and look at you.
Okay, fine. I do.
It's that moment where bursting through the door is roll hit die with a party of 5 people,
Whoa!
also super awesome ninja assassins.
Oh man, 5 more super ninja assassins. Hey, do you
It's
think
19 now. What are you gonna do about that?
You think these ninja assassins might want to know about a particular quest or treasure they might be able to get in on?
They might. You should tell them about it.
We should. So guys, if you can, if anyone is interested, we are actually currently, so we are Vorpal Tales, if you're new to us, this is our 1-year anniversary week. We have been doing this show now for a year, several shows though over the year, and partnered up with the Onyx Path, we are offering a giveaway at the end of the show. Drop us a line in chat, say hi, tell us how you're doing, tell us if you like our show, and if you are active in chat, your name will be entered for a drawing at the end of the show. We've had 2 runners-up already tonight who have received their choice of a list of certain Onyx Path books, and the grand prize winner will receive
A Scion second edition bundle.
Scion second edition bundle, guys. That's going to be awesome. So please hang out, chat, do what you can, and get entered into that bundle. We'll have one lucky winner at the end of the night.
Hell yeah, Raiders.
So,
and then suddenly the assassins, as soon as they were there, they puff in a thing of smoke, and you realize I should really stop doing so much drugs.
Man, I will not stop doing all of these drugs.
All right.
Because the GM gave me a new mechanic about my drug use.
Okay, fair.
So I look at her, and I can see that she's on the bed, and I just kind of raise an eyebrow. Well, Malthun's quite smart. He's not a stupid man. I apologize. This is going to be a bit awkward. Which one are you again?
Just kind of like, she has the moment of like, fair. Like, we are quadruplets.
Yes.
I'm Elvira.
Keep horrible remark to myself.
I'm Elvira. And Elvira was the one that, told you about Moira.
Yeah,
she was the one that was worried about Moira. The one that was like, hey, please make sure she's okay. Because I think, I just get a bad feeling about this.
Okay. This isn't going to go well for me because it's not my best skill. But I would like to insight that answer just to see if this, seems like a lie or not.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Give it to me, baby.
All right. Oof. That is a 9? Yeah.
Okay. The 9.
I have 2 DM inspirations if you're allowing me to bank those up. I know inspiration is supposed to just be a one or yes.
You can only have one, so I will allow you to roll a d6.
All right. Here we go.
And while you're doing
Boom! What a 6, which brings me up to a 15, which is a much better roll than a 9.
15. Insight check. You think about it. Okay. They were quadruplets, yes, but they were identical, yes. Elvira. Did she have any identifying marks? No. Did any of the other sisters have identifying marks? And you remember that when you went and interviewed the quadruplets, they were still in their dance costumes from the night before, where they had done the performance.
Right.
And you noticed that Moira had a small scar that was on her shoulder blade. And you look for it, can't see it. Obviously, she's covered up. So,
interesting.
And you listen to the way she said it, sensing if there's any lie in what she said. It's hard to tell. There's a lot of emotion in her voice.
Okay.
She does seem legitimately sad.
Okay.
She does seem perturbed a little bit, maybe kind of anxious. Definitely not calm.
Okay. Sad, anxious. Okay. All right. So she took her cloak off, put it over the chair. Sad and anxious. I can kind of remember a little bit about that. I'll move over and, kind of seeing that I have the sword in my hand. Still not quite sure what's going on with her yet. I'll try to kind of tuck it behind my back so that it looks like it's not quite as imposing or bad, but
sure.
For me, I
give me a sleight of hand.
Okay.
Let's see how out there this rapier of yours is, and that is not a euphemism.
That is a 14.
14. Okay. You do kind of keep it at your side, but you're kind of able to pass it off as if it's still buckled to your waist, not that you're actually holding it in your hand.
Right.
So she kind of she does notice that you have it's on you.
Sure.
But you're kind of passing it off as if you're just kind of got your hand on it.
Yeah.
It's that's how you're walking, not necessarily if you are ready to stab.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I want. I want her to not feel like I have a weapon at the super ready, even though for me it would still be a position where I should be able to draw it, but for her, hopefully it puts her at more ease. And I'll kind of move up very, gracefully, just kind of put my hand on the shoulder I remember the scar being, and just kind of...
As you go to put your hand on her, though, she does kind of shift on the bed, and she pats on it and motions for you to sit, kind of out of arm's reach.
Oh.
Interesting. Very well. I will... Again, I'll sit down, and then as I sit down, again, I want to get my hand on her shoulder, just not as a grab, but as a kind of calming thing, and just be I know you're in a lot of stress, and I know that it's been a very difficult time for you, but when my hand goes on her shoulder, I do kind of want to, if it's something that I can feel through, can I feel scar tissue in that area?
Give me a dexterity check. We're going to see if you can get your hand on her, because once again, she's going to try to shrug out of it.
What? Okay, all right. Then,
but let's see what your dexterity check is here.
Yeah, I'm not trying to feel her up if she's trying to get away from me. I just want to make that real clear.
Right. No. Yeah.
All right.
This is going to kind of determine how this how this interaction goes.
All right, fair go. Okay, here we go. Woo! That's a 22.
All right, you can kind of tell that she's I know I'm a worshiper of Idra, but you are able to get your hand on, and you are able to kind of just do that. Instead, it looks like it's a grab, but you kind of do that pat, just and she kind of gets what you're doing. but as you pat her shoulder, you feel a little bit of scar tissue there. And as you do that, and you can't quite hide the instant of recognition that crosses over your eyes.
Uh-huh.
And she looks at you, and you look at her, and there's that moment, and she's just like, "You will join the dark room as well." And she leaps at you. Roll initiative.
What the fucking goddamn? Ah! All my hard work.
Yeah.
You never let weird women into your room after.
Always let
Yes,
weird
never,
women into your
never.
room.
Always let weird women into your room after dark. I thought that was the rule.
I wish that Devin, aka Gar, had not had his mic silenced when he was cackling evilly from the other side of the house.
Yup. Hey,
so,
if you would have unmuted, you could have heard me through your mic.
So, Patty, this is gonna. So, I'm not sure. Okay. So, I'm gonna do this, but this might not be the correct initiative roll, just because I'm not putting this in correctly. So, here we go.
Okay.
So, yeah. My initiative is actually not a 19. If you can manually change it for 19, 20. My initiative.
Well, just let me know. Just let me know what it is, because it's just the two of you.
22.
Okay. Because she rolled a natural 19.
I rolled a natural 19. No, I rolled a 15. I apologize. I had a 19 before the addition. So 19. 20,
You said 22 is your total?
22 is my total.
What's your dexterity score?
18.
Hey, you are going to be able to get the jump just barely on her. It's that moment where she's lunging at you, and you see that her arm has just morphed into this blade, but not like a metal blade. It's her actual flesh has just turned into this sharp object, and she goes for this just killing blow straight into your heart. But you just whip up the rapier and get that blade on the hilt of your rapier. Right, able to kind of throw it off, and you are all squared up on each other now, and you get to go first.
Sitting side by side, we are in martial combat. It's awesome.
Patty Ramsquatter has redeemed Patty the Pirate.
I will. It's not going to happen right now in this tense combat, but I will talk like a pirate before the night is done. I promise you, Ramswater.
Fucking A. All right. So I sling the scabbard off of my blade. I go into that position, and I see that this flesh blade's coming at my chest. And as I'm sitting, I actually want to just fall backwards, so I'm actually just flat on the bed,
Okay.
and I just slash into her, or I slash and thrust from her back, trying to run her through, from that less defensive side of her.
Give me an attack.
All right, giving you an attack. Ooh, does a 12 hit her?
12 does not hit.
I assumed a 12 did not hit her. That is unfortunate, and I'm not going to get...
Still have a vote from last week.
I do have a vote from last week. May I use it?
Yep, click that disadvantage button.
Oh, please, baby, come on. Papa needs to stab this woman. No!
Somehow worse!
No! I got even less. I take that slash, but I do not hit.
So you come up with the rapier to slash just straight along her back to kind of get this long blow that would go across her spine. But it feels like the skin is toughened, and where you feel like it should just be an easy wound against, because it's not just she's wearing armor, which should just be an easy wound against her bare flesh. It feels like it's scraping against something hard, almost like scale or dense and tough, and she just kind of bares her teeth, which you see have also gone all pointed, and her lunge carried through. You're able to fall down on the bed. It jammed into the bedpost, but she pulls the spike out. Now she's going to go down. Just try to get you right in the stomach.
Okay.
Does a 17 hit you?
With no armor for shield.
Okay. So she comes down with this giant spike, and it's an inch off your chest. But you're able to mutter the incantations and do a quick hand movement, and the force barrier appears right in front of you. And she's just straining, and you can see like a bead of sweat starts to go down her brow. And all she's focused on is this killing blow, but she's not able to break through the shield barrier. Your turn.
And as she's kind of pressed through, and I can think it's that shimmer above me, and it starts to kind of like divot in as she's pushing more, and I just kind of like cinematically, I'll like bop her with that basket that goes over there, and then thrust the.
Crossguard.
Crossguard, yeah.
I can't remember what the. I can't remember. Well, the rapier has the thing that goes over the hand. I can't remember what it's called more specifically. I don't know. But I hit her with that, and then I go to like thrust through with that. Okay.
All right. Give me an attack roll.
Boom! There's a 22 hitter.
22 definitely hits.
22
Give me some damage.
Hits. Here is my damage. That is 9 slashing damage.
9 slashing damage.
Okay.
Excellent.
And then I'm going to action surge because I want to hit her again.
Okay. Do it.
All right. So here we go.
Is that all you're doing, Malfoon? Action surge?
Yeah. Maybe. Does a 13 hit her?
No, 13 does not hit.
13 does not hit. Okay. So my first one hits for the 9 slashing damage, but my second one's going to miss.
She kind of just recoils from that.
And I think that's going to be it for my turn because I want to save my reactions.
Okay.
Everything else is... Yeah. Yep.
You see that her second arm has also morphed into this large... Basically, looks like she has 2 spears for arms now. And she goes in with this double stab down, kind of where into your shoulder blades would be. Does a 15 hit you?
That's a really good question. Give me just a moment. So it's good about it. Give yourself a bonus. It was your second level. You learn to when you hit by an attack and you fail a saving roll. Use reaction to gain a foot. You said a 17?
15.
15, 14. No! I use my reaction, get a +2 bonus to my AC against an attack, which turns it from a 14 to a 16.
Okay.
That is,
so
for everyone curious, that is Arcane Deflection, which is a second level ability of the War Magic School. So it's like a mini version of shield you get forever.
So I'm gonna kind of flavor that where, because it's not technically shield, it's just you're using your arcane abilities to give you this bonus AC.
Yep.
She comes in for this double stab down into your shoulder blades and just kind of finish you off. But you're actually able to twist your wrist and the bed sheets wrap around her arms and carry them away from the below, and she punctures down into the bed instead, leaving this horrible, just giant gash into the bed.
Oh. I look over and I see I've got this potion boiling over on the table, and I know that I still had an hour left on it, but has like a little tiny bit at least gotten into my second beaker? Like just that first couple of drops. Like we can roll if we want to.
No, sure.
All right. So I know I'm not going to get the full benefit of that at this point, but I want to roll over and I'll grit my teeth and I'll grab the hot beaker side of it.
Okay, take 1 point of fire damage.
Okay. And
your skin just like instantly blisters from how hot that is.
And I want to ready my actual action that when she comes within melee range, I want to have it like burning in my hand and kind of like close against me so she can't see exactly what I'm doing. And when she comes into my melee range, I am going to throw this boiling hallucinogenic mixture into her eyes.
Okay. Anything else that you want to do on your turn? You're just going to hold your action
That's
and do
a
that.
move and then a readied like combat action.
Okay.
So that's all for right now.
Okay. So then she will come at you, and she gets within melee range, just kind of going for this all-out, just kind of uppercut pincher movement.
I do like my pirouette, maneuver to get back to facing her, and I'm just kind of like I track and I find her eyes, and again, like I said, it's boiling so that I can get the steam and do all that stuff. So this is
all right. We'll call this an improvised weapon.
Okay.
So I do not believe you're proficient in improvised weapons.
I don't.
So just
I am.
Give me an attack roll without your proficiency bonus.
An attack roll. Can it still be dex based?
Sure.
Okay. So I'm just gonna roll a dex. Okay. Come on. 17.
17's pretty good. That will land.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna need you to roll a percentage.
Oh, you want me to? I can roll a percentage. I can roll a percentage for the peoples to see at home.
Okay, and then do you want high or low?
Cthulhu rules always. So low is good for me.
Okay, you want low.
Oh, 80.
80. Okay. So you splash into her eyes. She just blinks rapidly. She'll take a couple points of damage.
Okay.
From the boiling hot water you just splashed in her face.
Cool.
But no other effect seems to happen.
Okay.
At least not immediately.
Okay. Is she blinded?
No, her eyes hurt, but she's not blinded.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
She's going to come in for this attack.
Go ahead.
Does a 24 hit you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Take 9 piercing damage.
Ooh. Okay.
As she just stabs into your unarmored chest, and the points, and you can actually feel them go pretty, like, you feel them almost pierce your rib cage. You're just like, she immediately,
there it is.
She immediately removes them, and you can feel the blood just wetting your shirt, and you can see the large crimson stains, and they're starting to pool. And what was once a nice white, kind of sleeping shirt is now very crimson.
Okay.
She licks her lips a little bit. The dark womb will be pleased.
I apologize. You're saying the dark what now? Speak up, please.
Ah! Your turn.
So, what does Lament do? I want to stay in character. Lamalthun will go back and
hit her with magic missile.
I don't fucking have magic missile. I'm gonna use fog cloud.
Okay.
Somebody walking by and down the hallway just sees this poof come from underneath the door.
Yes.
Okay, so you're gonna cast fog cloud.
So I cast fog cloud. Okay.
Fog cloud allows you to create a 20-foot radius sphere fog centered on a point within range. The sphere spreads around corners, and the area is heavily obscured. Lasts till duration until a wind of moderate or greater speed disperses it. Okay, so the area is now heavily obscured.
And then I am going to move past her and hope that this will throw off her attack of opportunity as I move. And I want to go towards my door.
Okay. Okay, so what heavily obscured does is it effectively makes everyone blind in this area.
Yes.
Which the blinded condition creates it so blinded creatures can't see, automatically fail any ability checks that require sight, and attack rolls have disadvantage. So everyone's gonna have disadvantage against each other here. So she'll hear you kind of move, and so she will attempt to attack an opportunity you, but will be at disadvantage.
All right.
Okay, that worked out for you. There's a 10 hit.
No.
Okay. Where are you going?
I want to move towards my door. And minor illusion, I can do an audio one, right?
Yes.
But I've already cast a spell, so I wouldn't be able to do
Yes.
that. You're right. Then I will just, I will yell out. To anyone who can hear me, I would need some assistance in my room, please.
The rest of you may give me a perception check with disadvantage,
Right.
as you are either asleep or shaken off the effects of having an interesting drink for the night,
An 18
or are
and an
several rooms
18.
away.
Does a
An
19?
18 and 18, a 19 and a 19, a 17 and a 20. Holy crap.
Whoa!
20 and a 19. Wow. So the lowest with disadvantage, was a 17. That's insane.
You're welcome.
Nice.
Yeah, you all hear in various volumes for all of you, depending on how many rooms down you are or how asleep you were. You hear the mouth doing something. I do require assistance, which is enough to kind of interest you and at least reach for your closest weapon and maybe head out the door. It's up to you. I
wonder if he slipped and fell in the tub.
But you will not be able to do an action till next turn. Moira, seeing the fog cloud and hearing you yell for help and hearing the various sounds of people, moving about, will attempt to do something. Oh, yeah. Does a 20 hit?
Shoot. Shield does how much? 5?
Mm-hmm.
5.
Damn. Then yes.
Okay. So you hear the movement of her moving, and you feel not being stabbed again like you previously were, but once again at your chest, you feel kind of like a circular indentation impression into you, and as you take 3 points of damage,
Okay.
you feel actually where that circular indentation is rips off a piece of your flesh,
What a dick.
and then you hear the sound of the window smashing, and then a pause, and a body hitting the ground outside.
I will run to the window and look out.
You look out, you see this like crumpled, all bones broken form of Moira, having just jumped 3 stories.
Mm-hmm.
But then you just see it get back up, put its bones back into place, look up at you, and then just take off in an inhuman sprint speed.
Can I... It's okay if you want to tell me that this is ending here. However,
Yes. Would you like to chase?
I have one spell slot left because I only used fog cloud, and I think I still have one spell
and
slot
shield.
left.
Use shield
I
and
did
fog
use
cloud.
shield. Wait, hold on. How many spell slots do I have?
I think you have 3 though.
I think
I think you have 3.
I think I should have 3 because we are. Yeah. I do have 3. Hoo-ha-ha! So yes, I
Okay.
have one that I can do, and Lamalthun is kind of not happy with this particular situation. So again, I yell out and I just kind of say like, I am taking chase through the window. Please keep up as best as you can. I know you do not move quite quickly. And I will expeditious retreat
Okay.
and start dashing as best I can. Because expeditious retreat allows dash when you cast it. So I'll still get double movement this round.
Cast a spell as a bonus action on each of your turns until the spell ends. You can take dash action. Okay. Give me a acrobatics check because you are jumping down 3 stories.
Easy.
Let's see how you can get down here. Oh my God.
Like a fucking boss.
You
That is a
guys are
natural
rolling
20. Hold on a second.
insanely tonight.
Hold on a second, because you know what happens when Steve rolls a nat 20 on an acrobatics check. Every one of you knows what's coming.
Ooh,
I'm
can I
getting
say- can I
nat
say-
ones.
Like a swimmer ending the end of a diving board. Malthune, it hurts. Your chest hurts. You did
I have
get stabbed several times,
hole
but
ripped out of my chest, and I still pull
you
off.
flex. Bring your arms to the top of your head, and you just whirl around 180 and do a sick backflip, yo.
Just a backflip, yo!
Land it. Do your Olympic pose. You bow to the imaginary judges, and then you take off after this creature. Dashing through the city, trying to keep up with it. Give me a survival check to see if you can keep up and follow its twists and turns it's taking.
Ooh, that's interesting. Okay. Oh, a
17. Okay, so you don't gain on it, but you're not falling behind either. You are able to follow it.
Okay, that's good. And a chase.
and
all you gotta
with-
do is-
with
all
your
you gotta do is
expedition-
keep visual contact in a chase.
Yeah, you're like just before it turns the corner, you think you might lose it. You're able to get like the tail end of her kind of the long cloak, not cloak, long kind of not quite a dress, but the garment she was wearing. You're able to see it kind of swish around the corner, and you're able to keep pursuit. This last 10 minutes. Okay. Keep following her. Keep following her. Give me another dexterity check. Just plain dexterity. See if you can keep up. Actually, no. I'm sorry. Give me a Constitution saving throw. See if you can keep up with it's a full out sprint you're doing right now. So let's see how well you can keep doing that. In through the nose, out to the mouth, Lamalthune. 7. Okay, so the chase goes on for 5 minutes, 6 minutes. You're still in a full out dead sprint, and you're just pumping your arms and moving your legs as fast as possible. But the breathing is coming a little heavier. But you're going to keep going. The magic willing your muscles and your bones and your legs to keep just taking another step, faster. But just the physical constraint of your body is almost giving out. And soon you're starting to have to guess where this person's going. Give me another survival check.
11.
It's about it's about 10 minutes. Finally the expeditious retreat spell is wearing off. You're slowing down, and at this point, there's one last turn your prey takes, and you turn, and it's a dead end alley. And there's nothing there, and there's no obvious sewer entrances or offshoots or anything like that. You've lost them. That was close. You were able to keep up for a long time, but it seems they were able to get away.
Just kind of stop. Just sort of look around.
Blood is still freely pouring from your chest wound.
I look down at that.
Your head gets very woozy.
I grab some dirt from the ground.
Pop some dirt in it, kid.
Soldier from the underground.
That's true. That's
like,
true.
I grab some dirt and maybe like some moss or like some city grease or whatever, is on the walls of this alley, and I mix it together and I spit into it because that's what sterilizes it.
Yeah.
And then I just smear it over.
You cannot contain the scream that comes out of you as it is. It hurts. It burns pretty bad.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Just like, ah! But that is my second wind. Just to, just to use it before I rest up. Do what?
Very nicely done.
Thank you.
Damn inspiration for that.
Oh.
I didn't realize you were doing all that for second wind. Very, very nicely done.
Yeah. Which, just to cover my bases, gives me 9 hit points back.
Okay.
12.
So the rest of you were able to kind of get to Lamalthun's room and see him just like run across, like you see him like running through the city, and he like turns a corner. You have no idea where he's going.
Well, no. Did his fog cloud disperse before he jumped out, or did it stay up for a few rounds?
It would have.
But
yeah, so it would have dispersed immediately upon him casting Expeditious Retreat, as that is another concentration spell.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as I get to his room and I start out by saying, "It's not that hard. You just crap, guys. We just lost Lamalthun."
You see a large amount of blood on the floor. Not sure whose it is. You see kind of some type of alchemy experiment he had going on the desk. You see that the bed has been torn up. There's large holes in it. One of the bed frames is almost snapped. You see that the window has been shattered. And you see Lamalthun clothed, but running.
Do we all see this?
Like that.
Yes, yeah, you all would be able to. You kind of all gather, like walk into the room at the same time.
I'm gonna race downstairs and grab my archery set on the way. If I didn't already grab it.
I would assume it would be in your room, and that you would have grabbed it upon hearing, "I could use some assistance."
Yeah, Lamalthun never asked for help.
It's one of those things where you're kind of just like talking to yourself, like where the hell how are you going to find him? Where the hell? So you guys kind of run out the Knob Goblin, kind of like fan out a little bit and start to look for him, but it's at that time you kind of hear Lamalthun coming back. He's kind of got one arm wrapped around his chest and still a little out of breath.
I'm just walking I'm still looking back every so often just to check. Are any of you outside?
We're all outside.
I would assume they've all went outside and kind of fanned out for you.
And
now you guys can kind of group back together.
Walk back up and kind of just stand in front of the four of you and just be like, where the hell were you?
Bart's just going to see the dirt and such, and he's just going to poke his chest to just get a little bit of it as he does a little bit of lay on hands to heal him, but just kind of looks at it like, "You filled a hole with dirt?"
No, you don't really question that as a fellow soldier yourself. You don't question it. That's standard operating procedure.
Okay, then it'll be, "You filled the hole with dirt. Good plan."
Thank you. It's in the manual.
But I healed him while I did it.
Yeah, I assumed with the poke.
I mean, I was sleeping and then I heard an incredibly scared scream come from the room next door, so I came out to find you gone. Are you in need of assistance?
I was. But at this point, unfortunately, I believe it is too late.
So you everything's fine then. Excellent, well done.
Not quite. If you don't mind, I'd like to go back to my room, please.
Well, what happened?
I look at the fact that we're standing outside in the street. I'd like to go back to my room, please.
Yeah, sure. And we escort him back up to his room.
As you walk through the Knobgoblin back up to your rooms, the band is on, and it's a simple 3-man band, and they're singing as you guys climb the steps. There once was a ship that put to sea, and the name of that ship was the Billy O.T. The winds blew hard, her bow dipped down. Blow me, bully boys, blow. Soon may the wellermen come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. That's for you, Ramsquire.
Oh my god, you even sang.
All right. I made them wait so long that I figured I owed them that.
The DM gets my inspiration for the night.
I just kind of stopped, the level, the exhaust, not the actual mechanic exhaustion, but just
Sure.
the exhaustion of it, the hole in my chest, and even though it has this really sick, bandage of dirt and moss and spit, I just kind of stop and just take that moment in. I'm just kind of like, I love this song.
Soon may the wellermen come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, take our leave and go.
I go up to the
They
stage.
sing this song a lot.
I go up
It's
to the
good.
stage and I flick one coin at them.
They take it from the man with the obvious chest wound.
I feel better.
But yes, you're able to escort Lamalthune back up to his room.
So, I come inside. We have something that we need to discuss immediately. I hope you all got a good, solid 2 hours of rest.
So what happened?
It was refreshing. Thank you for asking.
Good.
Yeah,
Moira happened.
Whatever you say.
Did they answer it?
Wait, isn't she dead?
Yes.
Okay.
She is, right? That's the one that got killed?
Yes.
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 So you let a dead woman into your room?
Did not know she was dead at the time. If you remember, they are identical. She introduced herself as Elvira. That she needed closure and help and comfort in the night.
She went to the wrong one.
Yeah, it's if she was looking for companionship, interesting choice.
Yes.
So then she attacked you?
And then I just point to the hole in my fucking chest. No! This was merely foreplay.
Now where
Well,
on
I mean,
the hole in the chest, like where is it? Is it like near the heart?
Yes.
I assume I was meant to be their next victim. She
Shish
said,
kebab is, I think, what they call it.
Now I want a kebab. Is there a late night kebab stand in this city?
I don't know. We should ask Bap.
Now Steve wants a goddamn kebab. Okay. I say, I believe I was meant to be their next victim. Not just a meaningless killing, but I was targeted specifically for some reason. Again, she went for the heart, the thing that they've taken from all of the other victims, and she said something to me. It was hard to make out during the thralls of combat. But it sounded like...
That's what they're calling it these days, yes.
Yes. But I believe she said the Dark Womb?
The Dark Womb?
Mormo.
Did I hear that correctly, Patty?
Womb. W-O-M-B.
Womb. Yeah. Okay. That's what I thought it was.
Can I make a check?
Yeah, can we do arcane or religion?
Yes. That would be a religion one, and what Yane said it holds true.
What?
Mormo. This reeks of Mormo.
Mormo. Yep.
I would like to roll
Are you
that as
fucking
well.
serious?
19 looks good. What else we got here?
I
22 looks
Oh,
good.
nice, dude.
will try as well.
7
Does
doesn't
have to
look
do
great.
with Mormo.
18
The
looks
religious character fails.
good. Mormo's not really your purview, so that's okay.
Yeah.
10. Nah. So Yane, with their firsthand knowledge of, living in one of the most Mormo-centric areas, Devoke with your traveling throughout many lands, and Lamalthun with your living in the underground, can put together, and all the pieces of the puzzle are starting to fall together here. There is a creature called a Dark Womb. A Dark Womb are usually they usually start off as hags or other worshippers of Mormo, but they think themselves above or equal to Mormo's power, at least on the lands of Gelspad. And Mormo does not take kindly to those who think they're even her equal. So Mormo strikes them down and turns them into a Dark Womb, allowing them a modicum of power, but not the power of originality, not the ability to ever have create a original idea or creature ever again. A Dark Womb hides in places of darkness, in a mountaintop cave, or in sewers or underground areas where it's out of the light, as the light is its enemy. But near settlements, because what it does is it consumes viscera of some sort from living things, and then births exact copies of them. It would appear that that is what is beneath the city. That is what's causing these murders. That is why when a murder happens and the murder victim is seen again walking around the city killing others, it would appear the Dark Womb has birthed a clone. And you know that these creatures that they birth, while an exact copy knowing all the same skills and traits and memories, they are not by any means that person anymore. They are beyond saving. They cannot be. It's not as if there's a second chance and you can stop them from being brainwashed. They are completely loyal creatures of the Dark Womb.
It's an extension of that creature that just mimics.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Yes.
Got it. So
how?
Yeah.
Okay. Clearly, you were attacked. Combat is what they're calling it. You have a hole in your chest.
Yes.
Dumb question. How much material does it need to make a copy of something?
As little as a couple follicles of hair.
Oh, really?
So we could be fighting you.
We're doomed.
No, it's okay.
I mean,
we'll
you're
just
not
tell
that
them
strong.
that there's a spell book somewhere.
Did she get some of your
Or I could tell them there's a cabal of sorcerers that way.
hair?
He brushes
You know-
off some of the
you-
dirt
you
and
know,
moss.
Yeah, I just kind of like,
And you see that his some of his skin has actually been sliced off.
Oh, well, if we're just fighting you, I mean, that's fine.
what a wonderful time for levity. How you're learning social skills so quickly.
Well,
But
thank you.
You took chase after the creature, correct?
Yes, of course, somebody had to.
Where did you lose it?
Down the took about 10 minutes for it to lose me. And I explained like my path to the city, like through the market, down the alleyway, between the like this, that, and then it was a dead end in this alleyway.
I can try and track it further.
All joking aside, the first one we encountered could jump 60-foot high walls. So well done.
Thank you. Finally, somebody appreciates my talents.
Oh, you have talents?
At which point Gar is going to look and see the still that he has created for that drink, and oh, I see. You're saying that you're better at making drinks than me.
I look over at Gar. No. The ale making is all you.
Damn straight. Anyway, so we're gonna have to fight you.
Yes.
I don't think we're going to. I think either A, we should just hurry up and get going now then, because it's either going to have time to make another you, and then we'll have to figure out which one to stab.
Oh,
Or
it can mimic appearances and have memories. Could it also cast magics? Or is it simply fighting ability?
I mean, his
You do know it cannot, it does not duplicate that part of it. That is, magic casting ability is not something that can be cloned. That is something that is learned or innately in a person. So any magical ability a creature has that is cloned by a dark womb does not carry on.
We
It
are
is-
safe in that.
It is primarily the physical features, so yes. So we are lucky in that regard, yes. Do we know roughly how long it takes to birth a copy?
Once it consumes
You can just pump it out.
the DNA, it doesn't take very long for it to pump out.
So we do have to ask ourselves this question. We all are... I am low on certain abilities, and obviously I have a particular wound in my chest, and despite my own healing capabilities and Gar's wonderful touch, we would benefit from a small rest after such an engagement. However, we would be giving the enemy time to also recuperate. Do we want to push forward now and test our luck? Do we want to gather ourselves and continue on as quickly as possible in the morning?
just from what I understand about this creature, it doesn't take very long
Correct.
for them to clone something.
Right.
So we will be fighting a revitalized yourself, plus whatever it is, and you seem to be tapped on power for the night. I think we should set off in the morning.
Besides, who knows how many others they have down there.
Exactly.
I
We could
agree.
be walking into any number of copies.
Although I do have one thing to say in advance, Lamalthun. And
Yes.
Gar just goes to the sheets that are already ripped and pulls two strips of the sheets out so that they're like long strips, and just ties them around each of his arms so that he has an identifying marker that this is Lamalthun, so that if we see another one, and I tell him, you are going to keep these on until we deal with this, so that we don't accidentally stab you instead of them.
That is a good idea. I enjoy it. I enjoy the idea of a visual marker representing me. Yes, changing my wardrobe is definitely a good idea. Also, might I suggest, in case they are able to adapt in a quick manner, we also come up with a new code word at this time, one that the copy would not know, since all of its memories will be from, I assume, the moment that my DNA was secured.
Shish kebab.
Shish kebab. Yes.
Yes.
You will ask me if you ever were to meet. If I'm separated and you have to confirm my identity, ask me, what shall I have for dinner? And I will respond, shish kebab.
I could deal with some shish kebab right now as well, like a little pineapple, a little ham. Maybe a little bacon put on there.
How did it feel to almost be one, Lamalthun?
Not my first time being stabbed, you know. It's about as horrible as it always is.
Well, at least they didn't get you well done. Just a little bit crispy.
Oh, for the love of God. I have to go now. Please, everyone leave. Everyone go. The Lamalthun room show is over.
Well, wait. Hear me out.
Jeez.
We should not be staying alone in case they send another.
Not just that. I look at the broke window, the sheets, and I look over at Susa and I say, maybe we should take care of your room a little bit before, too.
I can do that.
I don't want to get charged for this.
Susa, would you like to staff amending everything?
Susa will run back to her room because she didn't bring her staff of
Actually, in this
rebuilding.
moment, Lamalthun, before Susa goes, Lamalthun, I said everybody out of my room now.
Okay.
As I'm walking, like being almost pushed out the door. But I had one more shish kebab.
If no one else is in my room, I would close the door on him.
Gar just wants to look and see the end result of the still. Is it full now, or is it?
Yeah, no, the experiment is complete.
Gar's just going to, as he passes by, grab the end result flask and just sniff it a couple times.
Oh,
Doesn't smell good.
That's been like my focus the
down.
entire time. If he's messing with that, like that's gonna be like, do not touch that.
You gotta reach for it and you get a slap on your wrist.
With the rapier, just with the blunt end of the rapier, just don't.
No.
Okay. So the doors.
Do that since
the doors
Paladin
closed on
Academy.
all of you. Mathun, you are alone in your room with him.
Lamalthun's gonna do something very, very stupid, incredibly dumb.
Okay.
So, Lamalthun looks at what he has, and as we mentioned before, it is obviously not the full amount that he would have hoped from the experiment, considering he threw a decent amount of the primary source into the face of that creature. So, he takes a little bit of that liquid, and do I want to go full bore with this? I look around. Is there any sort of injection system I can create?
The combination of your alchemy tools and adventuring gear. Yeah. Actually, let's find out. Give me an intelligence check. 17. Absolutely.
Since I don't have enough that I don't think drinking like I'm imagining like I've barely got like a little bit sort of like, you know, kind of at the bottom, considering you said I had
maybe even like a little bit more than that, but yeah.
Yeah, so like if I drink it, I don't know if that's gonna be enough to like pull out any base effect. So I'll take a little bit of it, and I'll create this, and I will... I know that there's power in you. I know you'll get me where I need to go. And I'll sit down with that and let that play out the way it's going to play out off screen. I don't want to get too graphic with that description.
Okay, but you do use it?
I do.
Okay. You were able to successfully distill 2 of the ingredients of that brew.
Okay.
One is a pure hallucinogen. The other is poisonous in nature. So I'm going to send you the effects.
Okay.
That you distill. And you actually you do it, and then you open up the book Belsmith gave you.
Yes.
And 2 new entries are filled. The writing actually just almost like from Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, the writing just appears on the page, just slowly, word by word, of 2 ingredients from that book.
Okay.
I'll send them to you shortly.
All right, and I will fill those in on my sheet.
Okay. It's a rough night for you.
I can imagine. It's
a very rough night for you. The rest of you are able to go to sleep. Is there anything that you guys want to do after being rudely awakened with your new information that you have?
Actually, yes. Before Susa would go to sleep, she would take Yene to the side. She would say 2 things. One, we know that Lamalthun was attacked, right? And we know that he took chase.
Yes.
But we don't really know how long it takes for one of these creatures to be birthed. How do we know that this is Lamalthun that came back?
Oh, well... Well, from the time we heard Lamalthun cry for help, and then I'm assuming this womb would be underground, because that's where the copies have been staying.
Okay, fair enough. I thought I would just bring it to your attention. But at the same time, I know everybody wants to get rest, and everyone wants to go to sleep. But I don't think we should dawdle too much tomorrow, because that copy knows everything that Lamalthun knows, which is the password to get into the Scaled Enclave. So we don't want to go down there tomorrow morning and find everybody dead.
You're right.
Shit.
We need to wake up as soon as possible. But we can't go down there in the shape that we are.
I understand. Just some things to think about.
You're right. Get some sleep. And bright and early.
Bright and early.
And then if Susa goes into her room, Yene's actually going to post themselves outside of Lamalthun's door.
Okay.
And take whatever meditation they can get, but wanting to make sure that A, nothing else happens to anyone else, and B, make sure Lamalthun doesn't leave.
When you take up your post, you do hear as if he's having constant nightmares while he's sleeping. You hear constant movement rolling around the bed, the sheets being moved. Every now and then you hear like the just kind of waking up and just yelling briefly in his sleep. But nothing that's too concerning. Nothing that would make you want to barge in there and make sure, see if he's being attacked or not. But it sounds like Lamalthun's trance is not a pleasant one. So, with Yunane taking guard over the hallway of their friends, the rest of them falling into various states of sleep, that's where we'll end for the night.
Ooh, that's a hell of an ending. Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's no cliffhanger, but now we wonder about Malthun. Good job, Dwayne.
We'll have to see how he does in the morning.
The enemy. You mean the enemy?
You never know.
Just everyone wakes up, spokes him.
I've played in plenty of games where Steve has turned against me.
What? That's
It's
not
almost
true.
like
Yeah, you followers, set,
a
get out of here.
recurring theme. Not to mention, stabbing someone in the neck in a car over a... What was it again? Yeah.
I can't even remember.
We've got your number, Steve.
You don't know me.
Unfortunately, we must leave our adventurers as they contemplate their next steps and how they will continue to navigate this perilous world of Skarn. We'll have to wait until next week to see what happens. It has been a pleasure telling you the story, listener. We hope you enjoyed what you saw and heard as much as we enjoyed performing it for you. Now let's hear from our players once again. Your name, your handle, your character, and where people can find you outside of Orphitos.
I am Dwayne at Made of Kimchi, like always, on the internet. And tonight I was playing Sousa. The next time you will see me is tomorrow, running Trinity Continuum Aberrant Quantum Nights.
Sounds real fancy. Hey everybody, I have been playing Yunei, and you cannot find me, I do not exist. I'm just kidding. You can find me all over the internet as Changeling Ever, and on Etsy as Neat and Co Designs, as in, hey, that's a really neat large pair of ears that you're wearing there.
It's quite neat.
And you can find me playing again. What's today? Today's Friday. Haha. So Sunday evening, I will be playing a mage in the amazing mage and cult crossover. Need a little magic, need a little horror. We've got it all.
I love Mage. It's great.
Hello, everybody. I am Steve. I have played Lamalthun this evening, who has taken his first dark step in his quest for unearned powers. And you can find me on the internet at Voodoo Arcade. The next time you will find me on Vorpal Tales is Sunday for Mage White Walls. Tune in, hang out, be groovy.
And I am Devin. You can find me online at Sword of Sullied. I have been playing Gar. And next time you can find me, we'll be here tonight, except next week on Friday for the next game of Dracogenesis, Titan's Lament.
I am J3 Billion. I am hip to be squared tonight. Loving the vibe of the After Effects, and I recounted my tale of Devok. And the next time you shall see me is 10 o'clock a.m., not p.m. on Sundays. Wake up, get bacon, and have survival moments.
Alrighty. Thank you, players. Now, the moment you viewers have been waiting for. We're going to do our grand prize pool. We've already got a name here. One last drum roll for the night, please. Keep going. The grand prize, keep going. I like it. Okay, not quite drum, but it'll work. And our grand prize winner of the Scion 2nd Edition bundle is Timber Brad 411. Timber Brad 411. Hypes in chat. Komodo hype in chat. Everyone get excited for Timber Brad 411. Komodo hype
Temperature of the
chat.
Brad on the 411. Hell yeah.
For their
Well
exciting
done.
win for the Scion Second Edition bundle. You can message us on
Yes.
Twitch or Twitter or email vorpaltales@gmail.com to claim that, and we will be happy to send it to you as soon as possible. Alrighty. I have been Patty Shake from Discord, and it'll be another week before you're able to find out what happens to these lovable rapscallions. But in the meantime, I do encourage you to watch Vorpal Tales' other shows as we begin year plus a week of Vorpal Tales goodness. So those shows would include tomorrow, Trinity Continuum, Aberrant, Quantum Knights. Sunday, the Mage Cult crossover, White Walls. Monday, Cyberpunk in the Image of Man, Made. Tuesday is our Victorian Age Mage Kickstarter game, which is friggin' hella cool. Wednesday, Tales from the Loop with Space Lord Pajamas, Porn in the Woods. The first episode, quite awesome. Caught the end of it. It's got some convoluted, crazy, great backstories, some tragic stuff going on there, but it's also going to get a little bit of a lighthearted feel, so tune in for some feel-good times. Thursday, Black Void Lights in the Darkness with Made of Kimchi. Yes, last night's episode was quite awesome. And 1 week from now, you can come back and watch us right here, right now. Playing Scarred Lands, Dracogenesis, Titan's Lament. They're going to have to go encounter a scary, spooky, dark room down in the sewers. So that'll go great for them, I'm sure. Alrighty, true fans, we're going to vote. Our players will nominate one each other. Oh, it's late. Our players will nominate one another. But new to Vorpal Tales, you, the audience, can vote for your favorite player as well. We're going to tally the votes in chat, and then we'll award our players appropriately. So, players, please choose someone to vote for.
I feel that it is without saying who my vote tonight goes to, and that will be one Voodoo Arcade, Lamalthun.
No.
I am going to second that. Because you traitorous creature, you. No, I'm just kidding. It was that sick backflip that really did it for me.
Alright, yeah, I can't really argue with the sick backflip.
2-barrel backflip.
You know, I legitimately had moments I liked from everybody. This is hard for me. Oh, shoot. I'm gonna go with Dwayne. With Sousa. Specifically for that moment at the end, pulling Yane aside and planting that seed of doubt if this is the real Lamalthun.
That was so good. That knife twist.
So good. Because it's such a good, like, that is, like,
The
have
music
a
matched
good-
up very well with it as well. Did you hear
It
it?
did.
It's
Yeah.
valid.
It was very, very.
it's a valid concern.
It's so
and,
valid.
Yeah, I will not say if Patty has side chatted me in regard to something like that. So
I believe that.
that was awesome.
And for a lighthearted reason, I'm also giving it to Dwayne because talking to the tiniest Brillo. Admittedly, part of that was Patty doing a Barney voice, but
Oh, geez. Now I was gonna give mine to Dwayne for again twisting that knife. I'm gonna give mine to Yane for just giving Lamalthun the business tonight at the end. It was great. Like that was a side of Yane that I haven't seen before, and that was great.
Yane's building some confidence there.
It worked.
Cojones.
100%.
I believe that was everyone, right?
yes.
Thanks. Yes, I agree. All those moments and more were quite amazing tonight. We hope you enjoyed our story, listener. We look forward to seeing you next week. Same time, same place to continue this tale. Until next time, may Corian light your way. Stay safe, stay awesome, stay adventurous, make good choices, and wear a damn mask.
Bye.
Bye. But everyone, please stick around on our way out because we will be raiding at Vorpal Tales. So please stick around. Give them all a great Vorpal Tales welcome. Let them know that we're awesome.
Do it!
Thank you
Do
all for
it!
hanging out. Have a
Hell
great night.
yeah. What?